Time now for Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WOCO Stereo FM.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine.
Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Saskatchewan, and Anderson, the NAW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and with Piggly Wiggly, also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing.
Hello and welcome to Joe Annie Stadium here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, and you're listening to the WOCO Bullfrogs pregame show. The Bullfrogs are set to host the Rockford Rivets tonight for Game 2 of this two-game home series. It's Game 3 of the home stand, of course, as the Bullfrogs will travel out to Lakeshore tomorrow. So far on the homestand, 0-2, and so far on the first half of the season, 0-3. The Bullfrogs come in the game today struggling as they are currently sitting at just 1 out of their 10 games they have won, is what I am trying to say here. But the Bullfrogs, of course, on this skid, could use a win tonight. I talked about it briefly in some past broadcasts, but the Bullfrogs' second half season roster a lot better than the first half season roster. From top to bottom, you have better hitters and better pitchers. The Bullfrogs have welcomed some new players to the team, and they have been important already here in the second half of the year. Garrett Gooden, a right-handed pitcher out of Georgia Tech, one player to mention. He would come in during the loss against Fond du Lac and pitch 2 scoreless innings. Last night, the starting pitcher for the Green Bay Bullfrogs, Matt Goitia, would pitch 7 frames, allowing just 3 earned runs. Would allow just 4 hits throughout the game, walked none, and threw 5 strikeouts. Richie Tecco, he's another new guy on this roster for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. The shortstop out of Rider University has been a bright spot. He has played some great defensive baseball for the Bullfrogs already this season. And we'll see if he can continue it here in the next half of the Northwoods League. Of course, as mentioned, the Bullfrogs struggling at the plate. And I was just talking before the game, the Bullfrogs, granted they're struggling at the plate this season when their pitchers are pitching well. However, it's the opposite way around when their pitchers, or rather bats, go slow. They pitch well. And it's just a scenario where the Bullfrogs got to get everything together and to play a complete game. The Bullfrogs, of course, facing off against the Rockford Rivets today. Will give you your league schedule. The Duluth Huskies are trailing, are in the top of the first inning with the La Crosse Loggers. The Thunder Bay Border Cats are in Bismarck, taking on the Larks. The Fond du Lac Dock Spiders are in Kenosha, taking on the Kingfish. The Wisconsin Rapids Raptors are in Lakeshore, taking on the Chinooks. The Kalamazoo Growlers are in Wausau, taking on the Wisconsin Woodchucks. The St. Cloud Rocks are in Waterloo, taking on the Bucks. The Eau Claire Express are in Rochester, taking on the Hawkers. And the Mankato Moondogs are in Wilmer, taking on the Stingers. And the Madison Mallards are in Battle Creek, taking on the Bombers. That is your lineup for today's game around the Northwoods League. Your lineup for today will start off with the Rockford Rivets. Brian Hutchinson will be the center fielder tonight for the Rivets, followed by Hunter Fiducia. He's the designated hitter, batting second. Batting third and playing third base will be Brian Klein. J.C. DeMurray, the right fielder, will be batting cleanup. Neil Tyrell will be the second baseman today, batting fifth. Batting sixth will be Trevor Paradosky, the shortstop. Kean O'Brien will be the left fielder, batting seventh tonight for the Rockford Rivets. Patrick Loeffler will be playing first base. Brent Welton will be the catcher tonight. In your lineup for the Green Bay Bullfrogs, Alonzo Jones is the center fielder tonight. Tanner Poole is the designated hitter. Batting third, the catcher and all-star Brad Hamilton will be batting third. Kyle Beno is the right fielder. He will be the cleanup hitter tonight. Alex Penner is batting fifth, playing first. Mikey Falia, the left fielder, will be batting sixth. Batting seventh is Riley Smith, the second baseman. Willie Bourbon, the third baseman, is batting eighth tonight for the Frogs. And Richie Tecco is the shortstop. First pitch about to get underway here in Green Bay. Of course, the Frogs coming off an extra inning loss. They would lose to the Rockford Rivets last night 7-5 in a game that was a showdown, to say the least. The Bullfrogs would take a 5-2 lead in the game. However, a late rally by the Rivets would give them the victory. The Bullfrogs would manage a home run in the game, but the Rockford Rivets would manage four home runs. One in the top of the 10th, that was the difference. And we are getting underway with the first pitches tonight. We're going to step aside. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site, whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines. They'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the O'Connell Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, O'Connell Falls.
Do you feel like you're paying too much for your medication? Stop in at O'Connell Pharmacy and see our pharmacist, Ron or Poom, about our cost minimization program. We can save you some money. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Wisconsin did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Okay, here are 5 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a high school sport.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline, sportsmanship, and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages and fewer disciplinary problems.
Number 3.
High school sports help fight teen obesity and substance abuse.
Here's number 4.
High school sports provide wholesome, constructive after-school activity, perfect for today's families.
And number 5.
And high school sports are safer than ever before. Injury surveillance and research, better equipment, and the continuing education programs for coaches provided by state and national athletic associations have made high school sports safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome here in Green Bay, Wisconsin, home of the Bullfrogs. The Bullfrogs are set to host the Rockford Rivets tonight for Game 2 of the 2-game home series. Last night, the Bullfrogs dropped the first game of the series to the Rockford Rivets 7-5 in a game that went to extra innings. It was the first game all season that made it all the way to extras. However, the Bullfrogs would not come away with the victory. Previously, the Frogs had been in just one extra inning game this season. It was a 14-inning contest out in Kalamazoo all the way back during the first week of the season. About to get underway here with the first inning of play. Will Gilbert, the right-handed pitcher out of Baylor, will get the start on the mound for the Bullfrogs. Their defensive setup out in left field will be Mikey Falia, in center Alonzo Jones, and out in right will be Kyle Bino. And then from third base over to first, it's Willie Bourbon, Richie Tecco, Riley Smith, Alex Pinner. Behind the plate will be the lone all-star for the Bullfrogs, Brad Hamilton. And as mentioned on the mound, Will Gilbert. Gilbert on this season is 2-1 on the year. In his two previous starts, he would get the victories. To start off this season, Will Gilbert was actually a reliever for this Bullfrogs team. However, with some guys that had to go home due to some other circumstances and whatnot, Will Gilbert moved into a starting role and adopted it well. As mentioned, has gotten the victory both times. He's gotten the start out on the bump and has been named the Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine of the Player. Both times he managed the wins as well. Top of the first inning, just about getting away. Ryan Hutchinson will be starting things off here. The center fielder, wearing number 24, digs in. Right-handed hitter out of Illinois State. Just finished up his sophomore season. Last night led the game off with a solo shot. First pitch he sees here in the second game of the series comes across for a strike, 0-1. Bullfrogs have been struggling here recently. As the 0-1 pitch runs wide, moves the count to 1-1. And by that, it's not just because they're on a 4-game losing streak, but they've lost 9 of their last 10. 1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled away, back into the backstop netting, 1-2. But I think notably, though, is earlier in the season, the Bullfrogs would lose the majority of their games, of course. They finished 9th in the first half of the year, but they were losing games that they weren't even in. 1-2 pitch, swung on, a fly ball into shallow right center that drops fair. Nobody can get over towards it. It's a little blooper. Kyle Bino and Alonzo Jones sprint over to it, but it just kind of falls in that Bermuda Triangle. And it's a base hit on the day. Ryan Hutchinson leads off the game with his second hit in this series. Of course, as mentioned last night, led it off with a homer. Leads it off with a hit here. He stands on over at first. But here in the second half of the season, granted just 3 games in, but the Bullfrogs have been in every single game. First pitch that Hunter Fiducia sees is a ball low, 1-0. Fiducia, the designated hitter tonight for the Rivets, a night after hitting 2 moonshots. 1-0 pitch, runs high and wide. Moves the count to 2 balls and no strikes here. Will Gilbert stares him down, the righty out of Baylor. Sends in the 2-0. Fastball that runs low. 3 balls, no strikes, no outs on the board. And a runner over at first in Ryan Hutchinson, who led off the game with a hit. If you're just joining us, the Bullfrogs are hosting the Rockford Rivets here. Just got underway. Hunter Fiducia watches that one go by. Finds the inside portion. 3-1. Last night, the winning pitcher for the Rockford Rivets, George Manicus, and the losing pitcher for the Frogs, Darren Kelly. 3-1 pitch, swung on, a pop up into shallow left. Mikey Falia has the read on it and has the ball in his glove for the first down. That'll bring up Brian Klein, the third baseman. Klein last night would go 1 for 5 for the Rivets with an RBI. On the season, batting around .234. The third baseman digs in, the left-handed hitter out of Texas Tech. Hutchinson takes his lead over at first. Gilbert comes set. The righty deals in the first pitch. Brad Hamilton faked the snap throw as Ryan Hutchinson's faked going off for second. An 0-1 count after that one came across. The 0-1 delivery, another fastball, and that one way wide. Moves the count, even a ball and a strike here. Darren Kelly would allow the 2-run moonshot in the 10th inning. That would be the go-ahead runs for the Rivets. The 1-1. Breaking ball runs low. And a 2-1 count now. It is an absolutely gorgeous Saturday evening. If you're not here at Joe Annie Stadium, I don't know what you're doing. You couldn't ask for a better day for baseball. 2-1 pitch, runner off. Swung on, ground ball to first. Alex Pinner makes the backhanded grab and beats out Brian Klein in a foot race to the bag. 2 down, a successful hit and run by the Rivets as Ryan Hutchinson gets over to second safely. But a ground out to first puts 2 outs on the board. J.C. DeMurray now digs in. DeMurray is 0 for 4 on the year. The cleanup hitter batting just .204. Will Gilbert checks the runner, and Hutchinson's at second and deals in. Breaking ball comes across for a strike, 0-1. Finds the inside corner there, just about chest level, where it says Rockford in gold letters across the chest for these gray uniforms and gray pants that the Rivets are supporting tonight. 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on, line drive left side, foul, just barely. Talk about a game of inches. There it is. That one just about 12 inches or so from being fair and scoring Hutchinson's from second. Last night, the Bullfrogs would go down first in the contest, of course, with the leadoff home run. However, they would respond with 3 runs in the bottom of the first, and they would tack on another in the third and the fifth. They'd have a 5-2 lead in that game, but would squander it, losing 7-5. 5 unanswered run by the Rivets. 0-2 pitch, swung on, pop up in the infield. Will Gilbert, the pitcher's underneath of it, and makes the grab. Gilbert gets out of the inning, leaving one stranded in scoring position. That'll do it for the top of the first frame. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Just like a great coach,
State Farm agents Margie Dahl, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena
can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs, whether it's car, home, life, health, or business.
Agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty
Can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change,
Agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty
will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm
Agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
This is Larry Fitzgerald with Game Day Goal. Tune in to WOCO FM 107.1 Fridays at 6 p.m. to hear me and Eric Nelson discuss the sports topics of the day.
Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships. And welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, here in the bottom of the first inning. The Bullfrogs currently tied up with the Rockford Rivets 0-0 as we just got underway. Due up for the Frogs in this first inning will be Alonzo Jones, Tanner Poole, and Brad Hamilton. Alonzo Jones, the reigning Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine player of the game. Last night for the Bullfrogs would come across to score 3 different times as he would go 2 for 4 on the night with a walk and 2 stolen bases. The switch hitter out of Vanderbilt has been a bright spot for the Frogs this season. Coming into the game, he supports a .373 batting average. Good for best on the team. So far on the season, he has a home run, 2 triples, 3 doubles, and quite the many hits for the Frogs as well, 25 to be exact. That number within the top 5 in the team and he's been here for half the amount of time that the rest of the team has played in just 17 games, is creeping up on that minimum plate appearance number that he needs to find himself at the top of the leaderboard for best batting average in the Northwoods League. Batting righty here against the left-hander for the Rivets, who deals him a fastball and swung on, grounded to second, throw to first in time. One out on the board. It's a one-pitch out for the left-handed pitcher, Brandon Nowak. So a 4-3 out puts one out on the board, and Tanner Poole will dig in. The designated hitter last night for the Bullfrogs would go 2 for 5 with the run scored. The righty awaits the pitch to him. Sidearm fastball finds the outside corner, 0-1. Brandon Nowak out on the mound for the Rivets as the 0-1 pitch is swung on, a fly ball to right, and the right fielder makes the grab on the run. It's J.C. DeMurray sprinting to his left, finally gets underneath of it, and puts Poole away. So just like that, off of 3 pitches, 2 outs on the board, and Brad Hamilton digs in. Hamilton, the catcher out of Kent State, was recently named a Northwoods League All-Star member. The lone Bullfrog to get named to the team. First pitch that he sees from the left-handed pitcher Nowak goes by wide, but Hamilton took a cut at it. 0-1. 0-1 pitch runs wide. Evens the count. 1-1 here. 2 outs on the board. And Nowak wasting no time, sends it in. 1-1 pitch runs wide. 2-1 now. So it's a ground out to second and a fly out to right that puts us with 2 outs on the board. Hamilton swings at the 2-1 and misses that one also. And it evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Comes across, strike 3, ring him up. Brad Hamilton watched it go by. The first strikeout of the day for Nowak, and that'll do it for the first frame. Then went by quick. On to the second we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Attention pizza lovers, have you tried a Brew Pub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brew Pub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Tired of running to the bank for every little check? You can save a trip to the bank with the convenience of mobile check deposit from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Snapping a picture with our app is as safe as depositing checks at one of our 7 locations. No more rushing to the bank before closing to make those important deposits. Visit snbt.com to enroll for mobile check deposit today. The Stevenson National Bank and Trust, 101 Bray Lake Way in O'Connell. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here, top of the second inning, about to get underway. The Bullfrogs tied up with the Rockford Rivets 0-0. Will Gilbert out on the bump for the Frogs tonight. The right-handed pitcher out of Baylor University looking to get his 3rd win of the year as he is 2-1. Just as a reminder, switching cellular carriers can be pricey, but when you switch to Cellcom, they'll cover your entire cost to switch when you trade in your current good working device. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/save. Bullfrogs tied up here 0-0. Top of the second inning, about to get underway. Due up for the Rockford Rivets will be Neil Tyrell, Trevor Paradosky, and Kean O'Brien. Neil Tyrell last night for the Rockford Rivets would go 1 for 4. Managed to walk in the game as well. The right-handed hitter stands in. Will Gilbert rocks back and sends in the first pitch of the inning. Fastball swung on, ground ball to the shortstop. Throw to first in time. Richie Tecco right there to scoop that one up and throw it across the field. Of course, the newcomer to this Green Bay Bullfrogs roster has played in just 2 games thus far. This is his 3rd. Still looking for his first hit, but does have an RBI to his name. Has made some great defensive plays here early in his young career as a Bullfrog. Made that ground ball look easy, that's for sure. Trevor Paradosky now digs in. With Gilbert deals him a fastball, 82-mile-per-hour heater outside 0-1. The Baylor product rocks back and sends in the 0-1. It's a fastball wide, evens the count, a ball and a strike. Gilbert, wasting no time, sends in the 1-1. It's swung on and fouled back into the backstop left side. And a 1-2 count now with an out on a board. Nobody on. The Rivets have 1 hit on the day. It was the leadoff single from Ryan Hutchinson. The 1-2. Fastball swung on, line drive to right center that nobody can get to. Riley Smith, the second baseman, just got the edge of his glove on it on a leaping grab out there in the outfield grass. But it's a blooper over the head of the second baseman, and it's the second hit of the game for the Rivets. That will bring up Kean O'Brien, the left fielder. Righty stands in. Gilbert deals to him. Fastball right across Broadway. 0-1. Expecting a big crowd here tonight at Joe Annie Stadium. I think they're still filing in. It's Girl Scout night tonight. And Pepsi, or rather fireworks presented by Pepsi after the game. So it should be a good crowd here in Joe Annie's. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball that runs inside. A 2-0 count. Of course, last night, not the best crowd that the Bullfrogs have had this season. Granted, it was a gloomy and just mucky day. It was raining around the time of first pitch. 2-0 pitch, swung on, fouled back down into the dirt. Evens the count 2-2. And so most fans that I'm sure were going to come out to the games decided not to because of the rain. It seems like it rains every single day here recently, doesn't it? So not a great Friday night crowd last night, but should be a good one tonight. Club seating already looks relatively full. I know the seating right behind home plate here is relatively full. As the 2-2 pitch comes across, swung on and missed. The first strikeout of the game for Will Gilbert. I don't think no one in the stands realized that was a strikeout. No one's clapped yet. That was odd. The scoreboard a little late on it. It said that it was just 1 strike up on the board. Strike 2 comes across. It swung on and missed, and 2 outs on the board now. Patrick Leffler, the first baseman, stands in. Left-handed hitter awaits. Gilbert deals to him. Swinging and a miss. 0-1. So it's the first strikeout today for Will Gilbert. Gilbert comes into the season for the Bullfrogs with 17. Has a 3.54 ERA this year. Good for second to best as a starter. Time is called. The strike would have came across. It was right across Broadway. But an 0-1 count remains. Loeffler steps back in and awaits. Crowds the plate, crouch stance. 0-1 delivery. Check swing, didn't go around. A nice breaking ball from Will Gilbert, breaks down into the dirt. 1-1. Gilbert stands in, the righty out of Baylor, transferring into, or rather recently transferred into Baylor, as the 1-1 pitch comes outside for a ball. 2-1. As he originally was going to go to a Division III school to play some baseball. And then over the winter holiday, he transferred into Baylor. So he's been there for 1 semester. 2-1. Fastball runs low in the dirt, gets away for Hamilton, and Hutchinson, or rather Trevor Paradosky, scampers over to second. pass ball that Hamilton couldn't block. A 3-1 count now with 2 outs on the board. Bullfrogs tied up with the Rockford Rivets here in the top of the second inning, 0-0. Off the lefty, crowds the plate awaiting. 3-1. Fastball swung on line to right side. That drops fair into right field. They're going to send in Paradowski, and he's going to come across to score. And the Rockford Rivets take a 1-0 lead over the Green Bay Bullfrogs. A well-hit ball by Patrick Loeffler, and the Rockford Rivets have now scored 6 unanswered runs against the Green Bay Bullfrogs here if you count last night's game as well. That will bring up Brett Welton, the catcher. Welton on the season for the Rockford Rivets comes into the game having his struggles. Granted, he hasn't had too many starts for the Rivets this season. The lefty stands in with an open stance. Waves his bat around, first pitch to him. Fastball that gets away from Gilbert there. Plunkett has, or rather Hamilton has to drop down and block it from getting away from him. 1-0. Gilbert stares down Welton and deals it in. That one swung on a line drive into left. Mikey Falia sprinting but can't get there. Will bounce off the warning track and off the wall. They're going to send in the runner in Loeffler. He's going to come across and score. The Rockford Rivets take a 2-0 lead as the throw from center is not there in time. Bullfrogs nearly had a chance to apply a tag, but sprinting around was Patrick Loeffler, who after managed an RBI single is hit in by Brett Welton with an RBI double. Rockford Rivets and continuing their hot hitting from last night. Already with 4 hits on the night. So back up to the top of the lineup, Brian Hutchinson digs in. Right-handed hitter awaits first pitch to him. Fastball right across the plate. 0-1. Hutchinson's managed the single to start off the game in the first. Then would be stranded at second. The 0-1. Fastball runs low and inside. About at the kneecaps of Hutchinson. 1 ball and a strike here, 2 outs on the board. Here on a nice, breezy, sunny summer day. Gilbert sends in the 1-1. Swung on and fouled back. 1-2. Gilbert in his last start for the Bullfrogs would have pitched very well for the Bullfrogs. Against the Battle Creek Bombers, he pitched 5 innings, allowed no earned runs, and just 4 hits, would strike out 11. But so far tonight has already given up 2 earned runs and 4 hits. 1-2 pitch, so 1 gone and missed. Strike 3, 3rd out on the board. Bullfrogs leave 1 stranded at second, but it's 2 runs that come across for the Rockford Rivets. On to the bottom half of the frame we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned. American Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Hi folks, this is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here in the bottom of the second inning, the Bullfrogs trail the Rockford Rivets 2-0. It's the left-hander out on the mound for the Rockford Rivets. It'll be Brandon Nowak. Nowak on the season is 0-1, but has a 2.34 ERA. Due up for the Bullfrogs here in this bottom of the second will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Kyle Bino, Alex Pinner, and Mikey Falia. Kyle Bino, the right fielder, digs in for the Frogs. Bino so far this season has 4 homers. Bino has been a player that here over the past 10 games or so has really stood out. Batting .353 in his last 10. He has managed 12 hits in 9 games. Watches the first one go by wide, 0-1. Just hitting the outside black there. Bino disagreed with it a bit and had a quick word with the umpire. Now stands back in. 0-1. Another fastball. That one low in the dirt, however. So 1 ball and a 1 strike here. The 1-1 delivery. Fastball that finds the inside corner. Bino goes down the count 1-2 with no outs on the board. Bino has managed 5 RBIs in his last 9 games as well. Of course, but he's not the best player here in the last 10. That would be Alex Pinner, who stands on deck. Pinner batting .367. 1-2 pitch runs high at the neck level of Bino there. And a 2-2 count now. Bino stands in, crouch stance. 2-2 to him. Swung on, a liner, foul territory. Right side, and it bounces over towards the parking lot.
Reminder for all your glass and door needs. Call Tri-City Glass and Door at 920-468-7820.
Bino stands back in. Breeze going from left to right field. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball wide. A full count now. It's a good crowd here tonight, as mentioned. A just absolutely great day for baseball. The Bullfrogs near desperate for a win. Come into the game on a 5-game skid. Payoff pitch runs high, and the Bullfrogs have their first base runner of the night in Kyle Bino. They're 0-3 on this second half of the season, but they get a tough draw as they have to face off against the best team in the South, the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors, to lead off their first series. And that Wisconsin Rapids Raptors team, they would have the lead against late in the game in Wisconsin Rapids, but would fall by 1 off of a bottom of the 8th inning run scored by the Raptors. Alex Pinner now digs in, watches a fastball go by right across the plate, 0-1. And then here in Joanne Stadium 2 days ago, they would lose by 3, but they would give up 3 unearned runs in the contest as well. So they were really right in that game also. 0-1 pitch misses, or rather just manages to hit the black, and the count is 0-2. The delivery wide. 1-2 now, and out on the board. Mikey Falia, the left fielder, on deck for the Bullfrog. The UC Irvine product. Alex Pinner would manage a solo shot last night for the Frogs. 1-2, swung on, fouled away back past the concession stand.
Another full ball brought to you by Tri-City Glass and Door. 920-468.
Count will remain a ball and 2 strikes. That home run, his lone hit of the game last night for the Frogs. And he launches the 1-2 run wide and low. And it evens the count 2-2. The left-handed pitcher, Brad Nowak, out on the mound for the Rivets, sporting some green cleats tonight. Kind of flashy. 2-2. Swinging and a miss. The first strikeout, or no, rather, excuse me, no, he must have just got a piece of it and found it into the dirt. A solid Academy Award-winning job there by Brad Walton, the catcher. He had popped up and was starting to throw it over to third, almost as if to say, hey, I caught that. However, he just gets a piece on it. 2-2. Swinging and a miss. There's the strikeout. One retired. So the second strikeout of the day for Brad Nowak, and Mikey Falia, the left fielder, will dig in. Falia out of UC Irvine. So far on the season for the Bullfrogs, comes into the game supporting a batting average around 270 or so. First pitch he sees, a breaking ball wide, just missing the black there by inches, 1-0. Batting 276 on the season, has 16 hits in 15 games played. 1-0 to him. Fastball inside. A 2-0 count now. The righty out of California awaits the 2-0. To him, runs wide, and he's ahead in the count now. 3 balls, no strikes, and outs on the board. And Kyle Bino stands on over at first. The mentions here at Joe Annie Stadium is 326 down left, 390 down dead center, and 332 out there in the right. 3-0 pitch goes across for a strike, a 3-1 count now with an out on the board. Kyle Bino takes a lead over at first. Nowak comes set, kicks the leg, sends in the 3-1, runs wide for ball 4, and the Bullfrogs have 2 runners on now with 1 out on the board. Both runners getting on due to base on balls, and that'll bring up Riley Smith, the second baseman. Smith last night for the Bullfrogs went 0 for 4, but was kind of robbed of 2 hits. Kean O'Brien, the left fielder for the Rockford Rivets last night, would make 2 leaping grabs against the wall. They weren't going to get out of the stadium, but if it bounces off that wall, it's going to be an easy double for Smith. Runners take their leads at first and second. Nowak deals in, fastball low and inside, 1-0. Standing on deck for the Frogs now is Willie Bourbon. Bullfrogs still looking for their first hit of the game. Granted, we're in just the bottom of the second. Looking to respond to a 2-run top of the second of the Rivets. The 1-0 pitch swung on. It's a little blooper to short, and it's an infield single for Falia. Got ahead of myself there, or rather I should say behind myself. It's an infield single for Riley Smith. It's a bouncer up the middle of the field. Second baseman Trevor Paradosky, or rather the shortstop Trevor Paradosky, runs in on it, grabs it on the third bounce, and throws it across his chest. But, I mean, that thing was bouncing in the air for ages, it seemed like. Long enough for Riley Smith to get on over at third, and the base is loaded now for Willie Bourbon. First pitch to him. Fastball that finds the zone, 0-1. 1 out on the board here, so a double play would end it. A base hit might score 2, as the runner at second and Mikey Falia's got the speed. Bourbon stands in. 1-0 pitch to him. That one comes across, and now a 1-1 count with an out on the board. Good pinch from Nowak, of better discipline from Bourbon. Doesn't swing at that one. He waits. 1-1. Fastball way wide. And a 2-1 count now for the Bullfrogs. They trail the Rockford Rivets 2-0. It's a 3-hit, 2-run top of the second inning for the Rockford Rivets. The 2-1. Swung on, popped up left side, foul territory. Nobody can get there. Third baseman Brian Klein sprinting back over towards the tarp on the left side. Slides on the warning track to try to see if he can grab it, but can't. Count will move to 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on the board. Runners take their lead at first, second, and third. It's Smith, Falia, and Bino. Willie stands back in, waves his bat around. Payoff pitch to him. Swung on, line drive up the middle of the field. That drops fair. Center fielder picks it up and will throw it into the infield, but it's an infield single for Willie Bourbon. Bullfrogs take one away off the lead of the Rivets. They now trail by 1, 2-1.
Now batting for the Bullfrogs, number 25.
It's a line drive up the middle of the field that drops into the outfield. And so it's an RBI for Willie Bourbon. Bourbon came into the game for the Bullfrogs batting just .163 with 9 RBIs. That's his 10th of the season. First pitch Richie Tecco sees is a fastball wide, 1-0. There's already a right-handed pitcher warming up in the pen for the Rockford Rivets. Bases loaded with 1 out on the board. 1-0 pitch, swung on. That's a blooper into left center field. Diving play. He got it. Runner at third tags up. Throw to second is airmailed and a run will score. What a play by the center fielder. A leaping grab, robbing Richie Tecco of his first hit of the season. He gets enough underneath of it to send it into center, which scores the runner in Mikey Falia, who tagged up and came across to score. Back up to the top of the lineup now. 2 outs on the board after the great diving play. First pitch to Jones. Fastball right across the plate, 0-1. That might be one of the best defensive plays I've seen all season. As Ryan Hutchinson dives out and makes that play in center. 0-1 pitch. That one just misses the black wide. 1-1. Alonzo Jones, the center fielder, is dug in for the Bullfrogs. But I mean, unreal there. From the center fielder, Ryan Hutchinson. 1-1. Inside for a ball. Alonzo Jones watched the fastball go all the way into the mitt of Welton. And it's a 2-1 count now with 2 outs on the board. 2 runners on here. Bourbon takes a lead at first. Smith takes his from second. The 2-1. Another fastball, that one high and wide. So a hitter's count now 3 balls and a strike after a sacrifice fly from Richie Tecco. If Ryan Hutchinson doesn't make that diving play on it, it's going to score 2 for the Bullfrogs. The 3-1. Fastball just finds the inside corner. Jones can't believe it. He'll step out and readjust and recollect himself and stand back in. So a full count here with 2 outs on the board and 2 runners on. Bullfrogs looking to tack on another. They're tied up 2-2 here in the bottom of the second. Runners off. Payoff pitch swung on, fouled away right side into the club seating on the first base side. Home to majority of the host families and players' parents and whatnot on that first base side. And Jones stands back in. Payoff. Runs low for ball 4, and the bases are loaded again. And that is pitch number 35 for Brandon Nowak. And so his day will come to a close. Of course, in the Northwoods League, you can't throw more than 35 pitches in an inning, from my understanding of it. But there's runners at first, second, and third now after the walk. It's the third batter that Brandon Nowak has walked this inning. He started the game out with a 1-2-3 inning with a strikeout as well. Has 2 on the night, but he's walked 3 batters now and has allowed 2 hits. Looks like Brandon Nowak will actually continue out on the mound for the Rockford Rivets. Maybe, I think the rule might actually be if he reaches 35, you just have to announce it. He can't come back into the next inning. So that's what it is. If you throw more than 35 pitches in an inning, you can't come back out. First pitch to Poole. Fastball that runs low, 1-0. Brandon Nowak not showing any signs of fatigue. That fastball hitting 85. Just having a hard time finding the zone. 1-0 to Taylor Poole. Swung on, it's a pop-up in front of home plate. The catcher, Welton, has the ball in his glove, and the Rockford Rivets leave Bullfrog runners on first, second, and third. That will do it for the second inning. On to the third we go. Bullfrogs all tied up with the Rockford Rivets 2-2. Stay tuned for the third inning. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Just like a great coach,
State Farm agents Margie Dahl, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena
can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business,
agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty
can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change,
agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty
will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm
agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and a welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin here at Joe Annie Stadium. Top of the third inning about to get underway, and due up for the Rockford Rivets will be number 15, Hunter Fiducia. Of course, a nominee for the Northwoods League Player of the Game last night after hitting 2 home runs. One would be the go-ahead in the top of the 10th inning, a 2-run shot. That would be the deciding runs for the Rockford Rivets as they win that one 7-5 in 10 innings. Watches one go by for a strike and watches the next one run wide. 1-1 here. No outs on the board. It's still Will Gilbert out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. The righty deals in a fastball. Oh, no, a changeup. It fooled me also. Hunter Fiducia swings and misses way early on it. A nice pitch from Gilbert moves the count to a ball and 2 strikes. The delivery. Another breaking ball, but that one runs inside. That gets away from catcher Brad Hamilton as well. Count will move to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hamilton supporting the old school catcher's mask tonight. He's worn the new school and old school this season. 2-2 pitch runs high and wide. Pay a full count now, I should say. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs on the board. We just got underway here at the top of the third. Payoff pitch to Fiducia. Comes right across the zone, a backwards K. The third strikeout of the night for Will Gilbert. Starts off the third inning a bit better here. Of course, would allow 3 hits in the top of the second. As 2 earned runs would come across for the Rockford Rivets. We're tied up 2-2 here. Brian Klein, the third baseman, will now dig in for the Rivets. First pitch he sees, a breaking ball high. 1-0. Last night for the Rockford Rivets, Klein would go 1 for 5 with an RBI. The third baseman stands in and awaits. 1-0 to him. That's a fastball high. A 2-0 count now. Brian Klein, the left-handed hitter, supporting the shin guard on the left leg and the Evo Shield as well tonight. Stands in, crowding the plate. 2-0 pitch to him. That runs wide. A 3-0 count now. Klein out of Texas Tech just finished up his freshman season as he watches the 3-0 come right across for a strike. A 3-1 count now. 1 out on the board after the K from Gilbert. That one swung on, a fly ball to left. Mikey Falia already has the read on it, and he's got the second out. An easy pop up to left field. Falia's there in a jiffy to grab it for the second out. Didn't have to do too much except take a few steps forward to grab that one. So 2 retire. That'll bring up J.C. DeMurray. The right fielder on the day is 0 for 1 as he would pop up to the pitcher on the mound for the Frogs, Will Gilbert. Gilbert kicks the leg, sends in the first pitch, swung on a line drive into deep center. Tracking back is Jones, and at the warning track has the ball. Play is made by Alonzo Jones, and Bullfrogs put them down in order, 1, 2, 3. That'll do it for the top of the third. To the bottom half of the frame we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned, tied up, 2-2.
It's the best time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in Oconto Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side, or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selection.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
It is third base side is the winner. But keep getting that spare change out from Salvation Army's Red Devils.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin here at Joe Annie Stadium. New pitcher out on the mound for the Rockford Rivets here. It will be Michael Kaska, number 23 for the Rockford Rivets. So now a right-handed pitcher, of course. Started out with a left-handed pitcher to start the game. The Bullfrogs with a couple of switch hitters. So it really does change up things for the Frogs. Here's some guys that were batting lefty, now batting righty. Brad Hamilton, the right-handed hitter out of Kent State, digs in. Swings at the first pitch he sees and misses. Goes down the count 0-1. Hamilton on the day 0 for 1 would strike out looking his last time up. Watches the 0-1 run wide. Now a 1-1 count with no outs on the board. Kyle Bino on deck for the Bullfrogs. That one swung on. Liner left side. The third baseman can't get his glove on. It goes all the way out into the corner, and Brad Hamilton rounding first will get to second standing up. A stand-up double for Brad Hamilton. A liner out to left field. Brian Klein, the third baseman, diving to his right, trying to put the mitt on it, but it gets past him, and it gets all the way into the corner over there by the Bud Light Beach Club. Brad Hamilton gassed out there on second base. He's standing hands on knees, trying to catch his breath after sprinting all the way over there to second. He takes his lead now, and Kyle Bino digs in. Bino would get walked his last time up and come around to score for the Bullfrogs. First pitch he sees, fastball wide, 1-0. So Brad Hamilton, of course, the lone all-star for this Bullfrogs team, manages to lead off the inning with a double. 1-0 pitch, swung on, it's a fly ball into center. Hutchinson's underneath of it, makes the grab. Brad Hamilton tags up and gets to second, or rather third, standing up. So a sacrifice fly from Kyle Bino puts another run all the way over just 90 feet away now for the Frogs to try to take the lead. As they're tied up here 2-2. Bottom of the third inning. And Alex Pinner, the switch hitter, now batting lefty against the righty. Kaska digs in. Kaska kicks the leg and sends one in. It's a fastball that runs way inside. In fact, I think a breaking ball actually that dipped all the way in towards the legs of Alex Pinner. He stood in there. He was going to take that one if it hit him. It was headed straight for the shin guard on the right leg. Pinner stands in, awaits. 1-0 to him. That one finds the outside corner, 1-1. That's one thing that Kyle Bino has been able to do this season for the Bullfrogs is if he doesn't manage a double or a home run or whatever it is, he's able to move runners over. He has a few sacrifice fly RBIs on the year, but that one will go down as a sac fly because it moves Brad Hamilton over to third, and now just 90 feet away. His batting average really doesn't show how good he's been this season for the Frogs. 2-1. Fastball way wide. Moves the count to 3-1 now with an out on the board. Brad Hamilton takes his lead over at third, and Casca comes set. Takes the leg, sends in the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Alex Pinner behind that one, a full count now. Casca, the righty, comes set from the hip. Checks Hamilton and deals in the payoff. Fastball way inside, ball 4. The Bullfrogs with another runner on base. Runners on the corners now with one out on the board. That will bring up Mikey Falia. Falia came around to score for the Bullfrogs in that second inning after being walked. Falia, the left fielder tonight for the Bullfrogs, comes into the game batting .276. The righty out of UC Irvine stands in with an out on the board and runners on the corners. First pitch he sees. Runs high for a ball, 1-0. Casca on the season for the Rockford Rivets has appeared in just one game. Would pitch 3 innings and allow 4 earned runs. Has 4 walks and 1 strikeout to his name. 1-0 pitch. That one runs low. A 2-0 count. That's good for a 12.00 ERA. So the Rivets, they have some newcomers to their team as well. Casca would pitch 3 days ago in a loss against Lakeshore. 2-0. Fastball that runs way inside. Nearly a defensive swing from Falia, just to not try to get hit by that one. And so it's a 3-0 count now. Pinner takes a lead from first. Hamilton does from third. The 3-0. That one runs inside and it loads the bases now. 1 out on the board. Runners at first, second, and third. The Bullfrogs left the bases loaded back in the second inning. They would leave all 3 runners stranded after scoring 2 runs, granted. But already on the day, the Rockford Rivets have walked 5 runners. Or batters, I should say. As Riley Smith digs in. The righty out of the University of Minnesota. Pitch to him. Fastball. Runs inside. Finds the lower inside portion around thigh level. An 0-1 count. Riley Smith on the day has a single. Managed an infield single in the second. He stands in, waves his bat around. 0-1. Fastball that misses wide. Evens the count, 1-1. Bullfrogs looking to take the lead here. Casca trying to get a groove here for the Northwoods lead. As mentioned, has appeared in just one game prior to this one. Out of Wisconsin Whitewater. 1-1. Fastball comes inside. Smith swings at it and fouls it away back into the backstop. Falls down in the count, 1-2. The Bullfrogs have struggled this season when there's runners on. We'll see if Smith can change that. Of course, he's a newcomer to the team, has played in less than 10 games. 1-2. Swung on, fouled away left side over towards the dugout of the Rivets. 1-2. As the Rivets dugout sits on the left side, the Bullfrogs dugout on the right. As mentioned, a great day for baseball here. Slight breeze, high 70 degrees weathers. It's nice. 1-2. Swung on, a liner to the shortstop. That the play is made. Throw to second in time, throw to first, not in time. Riley Smith does just enough to bring a run across. Brad Hamilton comes across to score as Riley Smith hit into the fielder's choice, and the Bullfrogs take a 3-2 lead. It's a good play by Trevor Paradosky at short. The throw to second's in time, but Neil Tyrell can't fire it over to first, and Smith just beats out the throw by a step. Willie Bourbon will dig in now, the Northwestern left-hander. Launches one run high, a fastball, 1-0. Bourbon on the day has an RBI single. Stands in with 2 outs on the board and runners on the corners. 1-0. Swung on a little blooper right side. Second baseman makes the play, throw to first in time. What a play by Neil Tyrell. It's a little blooping frozen rope, I guess you could say. I guess it's a grounder. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's over towards the second baseman who dives to his left, gets the glove on it, pops up and throws it in time, leaving 2 runners stranded. The Bullfrogs do get a run across. They lead 3-2 here after 3 innings. On to the 4th we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town. Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne Stadium here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. My name's Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. The Frogs have a 3-2 lead over the Rockford Rivets here on this gorgeous Saturday night. It's Girl Scout night, says there's a bunch of different scouts in the crowd, hanging out, enjoying some baseball, some good weather, and a nice breeze. Will Gilbert still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. He kicks and delivers. Fastball runs low, a 1-0 count here. Neil Tyrell dug in for the Rockford Rivets here. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Takes a cut at the 1-0. It's a breaking ball. He's way early on it. Fooled Tyrell there. It evens the count 1-1. A nice crowd out in the Liney's deck. It's packed to the brim out there. 1-1 pitch. Finds the outside corner. Neil Tyrell agrees with it. Kind of nods his head after it goes by. A 1-2 count now, no outs on the board. Delivery, swung on, line drive into right. That drops fair. It's another base hit for the Rivets, their 10th of the day. That would be impressive. It's actually their 5th. I think I just said 10th. So Neil Tyrell gets on base with a single, and that'll bring up Trevor Paradosky. The shortstop managed a base hit in the 2nd inning and would come around to score. The lefty stands in, shows bunt, but pulls it away. Brad Hamilton pops up and thinks about snap throwing it over to first, but elects not to. A 1-0 count. Will Gilbert, the righty out of Baylor, maneuvers the ball around his back hip and out comes set. Deals in the 1-0. Breaking ball that runs in the dirt. A solid job by Hamilton to stop that one. 2-0. So Paradosky will stand back in and await. 2-0. That one misses wide. And so he's ahead in the count now. 3 balls and no strikes as Will Gilbert tries to get into his groove again after allowing the base hit to start off the inning. Gilbert with 3 strikeouts on the day. That one's in there. 3-1 now. No outs on the board. Paradosky, the freshman out of Texas Tech, this past season would have just 6 at-bats. The 3-1 to him. Fastball away, and Will Gilbert walks his first batter of the game. Brad Hamilton will scoop up the ball and go out and talk to his pitcher real quick. Puts his hand on his shoulder, kind of taps him a couple of times. Short telling him, come on, guys, we got this, no worries. Strike out this next guy, then make the next guy into a double play, and just like that, we're out of the inning. Hamilton throwing some signs out to his infielders. Now will crouch behind home plate. Outside infielders playing on the infield grass. It's Alex Penner and Willie Bourbon who have flip-flopped positions. Keane O'Brien digs in. Watches the first one go by inside for a ball, 1-0. O'Brien on the day for the Rivets is 0 for 1. He's one of the 3 strikedown victims of Gilbert. 2 runners on here with no outs on the board after the single and the walk. 1-0, swung on, grounded left side. It gets into the outfield. Shortstop nearly thinks about throwing it all the way across the field as Willie Bourbon, because he's playing on the infield grass, he can't manage to get over to the ball in time. If he's playing at normal depth there, that's probably going to be an easy out. However, because he's just off the infield dirt and right on the grass, he doesn't have as much time to react to the ball coming towards him, and it's a grounder, and it's an infield single, in fact, for O'Brien. His first hit of the game, and just like that, the base is loaded. No outs on the board. The Rivets threatening to tie the game up here as the Bullfrogs lead 3-2. Loeffler digs in, and he watches a fastball run low and away, 1-0. Nobody warming up in the bullpen yet for the Bullfrogs. Patrick Loeffler stands in, the left-handed hitter, crowning the plate, closed stance. Takes a huge swing at the 1-0, but it misses. 1-1. Last night, of course, this Rockford Rivets team would smack 4 home runs. And what really turned out to just be a derby, as the Bullfrogs would manage a homer as well. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. A nice breaking ball from Gilbert there. Fools Loeffler. Way off of that one. The count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Loeffler stands in, waves his bat around, and awaits. Gilbert comes set. Kicks the leg, sends in the 1-2. Gets away from the catcher, Hamilton, but he scrambles over to it in time before the runner at third. And Tyrell thinks about coming home. So that evens up the count. That ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. No outs on the board. Gilbert, the righty, checks the runner at third. Deals in the 2-2. Breaking ball, just misses the zone high. That one off by inches, about chest level or so. And they're all grays tonight with gold lettering. Bullfrogs in their classic home pinstripes. Payoff pitch. That one misses high also. I thought that was in there. Gilbert thought so too. But it's a breaking ball that runs high and wide, missing the black by inches. And it's a run that comes across for the Rockford Rivets.
It's your beer batter, number 17, catcher Brett Welton.
Will Gilbert walks in a run, and Brett Welton, the catcher, the 9-hole hitter, digs in. He managed to double his last time up. Swings at the first pitch he sees and misses. 0-1. So 3 runs have come across for the Rivets off of 6 hits. Their bat's coming alive hot here early. Welton stands in. 0-1 to him. Swung on and missed. Another breaking ball from Gilbert. Fools Welton again. An 0-2 count now with no outs on the board. Tied up 3-3 here in the top of the 4th inning. Will Gilbert trying to get out of this inning as the Bullfrogs have just now gave the nod to the bullpen to start warming up Jake S. Gilbert deals in the 0-2. Breaking ball that misses high and wide. Another curve from Gilbert. Moves the count to a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 into Welton. Fastball wide, evens the count 2-2. The Rivets, of course, coming off of the victory last night, were struggling. I mean, they were a team that needed a win badly also, as they had lost 2 of their last 3 by double digits. The 2-2. Fastball swung on. Fly ball into right. Bino has it. The throw into home plate. Not in time. It's a long throw from Kyle Bino, the right fielder. Alex Pinner thought about cutting it off, but it was on target. Bounced one time to Hamilton, but he can't get it to his glove in time, and he's unable to tag the runner who tagged up in Neil Tyrell. So Tyrell tags up off the sacrifice fly from Brett Welton, who grabs his second RBI of the game, and we're back up to the top of the lineup. Runner at second ties up also and comes across to get over to third. So runners on the corners here with 1 out on the board after the sacrifice fly. That was a much needed double play there for the Frogs. They don't get it, and the Rivets threaten to score a couple more with a runner at third. 1 out on the board and a runner at first also. So runners on the corners here in the top of the 4th, where the Rivets have taken a 4-3 lead. Ryan Hutchinson stands in. The leadoff batter on the day is 1 for 2. Watches that fastball run wide, and he's ahead in the count now, 2 balls to no strikes. Gilbert, the righty out of Baylor, trying to get out of this inning. 2 come across already. That one swung on. Grounder to Bourbon at third. Throw to second in time. Throw to first. Not in time. A fielder's choice RBI for Ryan Hutchinson, and the Rivets tack on another run. They now lead 5-3. The right play there by Bourbon to try to get out of the inning. It's a slow grounder towards him. So slow, in fact, that I think that's the reason that the Bullfrogs can't manage the double play. Bourbon has to wait for the ball to get over to him, and by the time he scoops it up and throws it to second, the runner that got over to first, and Hutchinson was there to beat out the double play throw. Hunter Fiducia now digs in. He's 0 for 2 on the day, and that pitch gets away from Brad Hamilton, and it moves Hutchinson's over to second. So it's the first RBI for Ryan Hutchinson today, and he's now in scoring position at second after the pass ball. Fiducia last night for the Rockford Rivets, as mentioned, had a unreal day. Went 3 for 5 with 3 runs and 4 RBIs. 2 home runs in the contest. Gilbert will step off of the rubber, recollect himself, and Fiducia steps back in. It's a 1-0 count to him. Gilbert checks the runner at second and deals in the 1-0. Breaking ball that runs high, a 2-0 count now. Jake Aspaz finished warming up in the bullpen now for the Frogs, as both bullpens are now cold. 2-0. That one's in there, just across the lower portion of the plate. 2-0 now. Gilbert comes set, checks the runner at second, sends in the 2-1. That's a fastball high and wide, and a 3-1 count now with 2 outs on the board. Rivets have taken a 4-3 lead here, as they've managed 2 runs in the top of the second and the top of the fourth. Gilbert deals in the 3-1. That's a fastball that finds the zone. Fiducia thought that he was walked. He started to throw his bat over towards his dugout, but now he stands back in with a full count. 2 outs on the board. Gilbert checks the runner at second, deals in the payoff. Swung on a fly ball into left center field. Tracking back is Alonzo Jones and Mikey Falia, and Falia makes the grab on the warning track. And that will do it for the top of the fourth inning. The Rockford Rivets take a 4-3 lead off of a sacrifice fly and a fielder's choice RBI. That'll do it for the top of the fourth. To the bottom half of the inning we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Just like a great coach,
State Farm agents Margie Dolan, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena
can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business,
agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty
can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change,
agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty
will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm
agents Margie Dolan at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
The chant is sponsored by Festival Foods. Remember, fans, Festival Foods, it's the little thing.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here, bottom of the fourth inning, about to get underway. The Bullfrogs have lost their lead. They now trail by 4-3 in what has already been a back-and-forth battle. Richie Tecco digs in for the Bullfrogs. He was robbed of his first hit in a Bullfrogs uniform his last time up. 1-0 pitch. That one finds lower portion. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs on the board. Tecco, the shortstop for the Bullfrogs, digs in. The 1-1 to him. Fastball swung on, grounded left side over towards Chris Sabo over there, who picks it up and throws it back across the field. Look at the throw from the third baseman. Right on target. Chris Sabo, of course, the 1988 National League Rookie of the Year, 3-time All-Star and World Series champion with the Cincinnati Reds. Of course, the field manager for the Bullfrogs this season. A 2-2 count now to Tecco. The delivery runs way high and wide. Chin music to Tecco. He's got a limbo away out of that one. So a full count now. The payoff pitch. Swung on. It's a grounder up the middle of the field. Shortstop has it. Throw to first in time. Makes the play.
We'd like to recognize our groups in attendance tonight. First, we have our non-confident.
It's a grounder right back to the pitcher, Casca. He kind of tries to make a play on it, but it bounces over his head. Paradosky, the shortstop, there to grab it on the infield grass and throw it across the field. So 1 retired, and we're back up to the top of the lineup. Alonzo Jones, the center fielder, digs in. Swings at the first one, throws down a bunt. The pitcher throws to first. It's in time.
We'd also like to recognize the bachelor party for Kellen Truckman.
So the Bullfrogs trying to get the Rivets sleeping there as Jones throws down a bunt at the first pitch he sees. It's right back to the pitcher, Casca. And the Bullfrogs just kind of giving out to the Rockford Rivets there. It looks great when you can do it successful, but when it doesn't work out for you, it's kind of embarrassing to watch. That's tough. Tanner Poole stands in, watches the first one run wide. A 1-0 count. That's swung on. It's a pop-up into shallow right. The right fielder, DeMurray, has it, and just like that, we're out of the inning. On to the fifth we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned. Bullfrogs trail by 4-3.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Did you know that we here at the O'Connell Pharmacy would mail your prescriptions to you at the O'Connell Pharmacy? We would like to make things easy for you. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
All right, fans, let's judge them. How about that, Lucy and June?
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Top of the fifth inning about to get underway where the Bullfrogs currently trail the Rockford Rivets 5-3. Top of the fifth inning about to get underway where the Bullfrogs, as mentioned, down by 2 runs, 5-3. Scoreboard trying to figure things out. It was saying it was 4-3. Now it's saying that it's 5-4. That's not right. Brian Klein swings at that one, fouls away left side, 0-1. Brian Klein on the day is 0 for 2. His last time up would fly out to left field. Stands in, swings to that one, fouled away left side over towards the bullpen of the Rivets. Goes down the count 0-2. Klein, the left-handed batter, stands in. 0-2 pitch to him. That one misses wide. And now it's a 1-2 count here with no outs on the board after the lefty fouled away 2. 1-2 pitch comes across, bouncing across the plate, in fact. And it evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. No outs on the board. Just got underway here with the top of the fifth. It's still Will Gilbert out on the mound for the Bullfrogs after he threw close to 35 pitches in the last inning. He's allowed 5 earned runs so far tonight. 2-1. That one's fouled away. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes here.
Another full ball brought to you by Tri-City Glass and Door. Call 920-468-7820.
Brian Klein out of Texas Tech swings at that one. The 2-2 pitch, a liner into shallow right, but nobody can get there. It's another base hit for the Rockford Rivets, and I don't know if that was some miscommunication or if they misread it off of the bat, but it looks like off of the bat, looks like it's going to be an easy out for the Bullfrogs. Alonzo Jones was tracking way back, and Kyle Bino took a funky route to it, but it kind of fell out there, and another base hit for the Rivets. J.C. DeMurray now stands in, swings at that one. Grounder to second, in time, makes the tag, throw to first, in time. A nice play by Riley Smith there. It's a grounder straight to him. The runner that was at first, and Brian Klein trying to take off for second, is tagged by Smith, and then he throws it over to first, beating out the runner J.C. DeMurray for the double play. So Neil Tyrell will now dig in. The second baseman 1 for 2 on the day. Swings at that one, a belting fly ball deep into left, and it's off the wall. Rounding first, he's going to go for 2, and he's going to slide in safely. A double for Neil Tyrell. He's now 2 for 3 on the day. Wasting no time, and that one gets a lot of it. Hits the festival food sign square in the middle. A little more up, that one's out of the stadium. look promising off of the bat. But it's the 8th hit of the day for the Rockford Rivets. Trevor Paradosky now digs in. The left-handed hitter on the day is a 1-for-1. Was walked his last time up. Has came around to score twice tonight for the Rivets. Watches a breaking ball run wide. It's a 1-0 count here. 1-0 to him. Fastball that runs high and wide. A 2-0 count now with 2 outs on the board. Neil Tyrell, the second baseman, takes a lead over at second. Just managed the double. 2-0. That one's in there, just hitting the outside portion of the plate. A 2-1 count now. Baranowski, the lefty out of Texas Tech, awaits. 2-1 to him. Fastball runs high and wide. And the hitter's count now 3 balls and a strike here. Gilbert so far on the day has walked 2 batters. 3-1. That one runs wide to make it 3 batters on the day that Gilbert has walked. As Trevor Paradosky gets on base for his 3rd time in 3 plate appearances. That'll bring up Kean O'Brien, the left fielder, is 1-for-2 on the day. Got a base hit in the 4th inning, but it would be stranded over at 3rd. Actually came across to score off of that fielder's choice RBI. In the top of the 4th inning, a 3-run inning for the Rockford Rivets. O'Brien, the righty, stands in awaiting out of Madison College. First pitch to him. Fastball that runs inside, a 1-0 count now. Kean O'Brien out of Madison, Wisconsin, actually played for the Madison Mallards at the start of the season. The sophomore right-handed pitcher stands in. 1-0 pitch to him. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1. O'Brien steps out and steps back in. Will Gilbert comes set. The righty deals in the 1-1. Swung on, fouled away left side. He goes down the count, 1-2. Gilbert out of Plano, Texas. He's the right-handed pitcher out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. Would be a perfect game, honorable mention, All-American. Played for Texas Christian Academy. 1-2 pitch fouled away. Count remains 1-2. Was ranked the 63rd best pitcher out of Texas. The righty out on the bump for the Frogs comes set. Checks the runner at second. Deals in the 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed. Drop strike 3. Hamilton picks it up, tags the runner, and the Bullfrogs leave 2 stranded. That'll do it for the top of the 5th. To the bottom half of the frame we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
It's Cellcom's Customer Appreciation Celebrations. Get smartphones from the top 2 brands for just a penny each, along with food prizes and sales on accessories. Cellcom, built for you. Available day of event only. New 2-year activation qualified upgrade required. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/celebrate for details.
Welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here, bottom of the fifth, about to get underway. The Green Bay Bullfrogs currently trailing the Rockford Rivets 5-3 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. New pitcher out on the mound for the Rockford Rivets. It will be number 25, Josh Peterson, the sophomore out of Ohio University.
For the Bullfrogs, number 24.
Brad Hamilton to dig in now for the Bullfrogs. Hamilton on the day for the Frogs, 1 for 2. Managed the double to lead off the third inning and would come around to score. A 2-run inning for the Frogs. He was hit in by Riley Smith, or rather a 1-run inning for the Frogs, excuse me. In an inning where they would leave 2 stranded. Swings at that one, grounded back to the pitcher. Underhand toss to first in time. Hamilton frustrated with that one as he's running over to first. Throws his bat emphatically into the dirt. And there's one down. That'll bring up Kyle Bino, the right fielder. Bino, his last time up, would hit a sacrifice fly out into left field and would be walked and came around to score in the second. Bino, the right-handed hitter out of Youngstown State, stands in. First pitch from Peterson comes across for a strike. 0-1. Josh Peterson comes into the game. This is his 6th appearance. He has a 9 ERA. 0-1 pitch swung on, a blooper pop fly into right. Right fielder J.C. DeMurray calls off the second baseman Neil Tyrell and makes the grab on the jaw. 2 retired. That'll bring up Alex Pinner. Pinner on the night, 0 for 1, would strike out in the second and would be walked in the third. First pitch he sees from Peterson, a fastball that runs low. Peterson, a right-handed hurler, kind of has a sidearm release. He wastes no time, rocks back and sends in the 1-0. That one runs wide. And it's a 2-0 count now with 2 outs on the board. Bullfrogs trail the Rockford Rivets here 5-3. 2-0 pitch, that one's in there. 2-1 count now, an 81-mile-per-hour fastball. Zooms by Pinner. He stands in and awaits the 2-1. Watches that one run low, a breaking ball that drops into the dirt. A hitter's count now, 3 balls and a strike. Last night, Alex Pinner would manage just his 2nd home run of the season. 3-1 pitch to him. Finds the zone, full count now. It would be a solo shot over the right field wall. Payoff pitch, finds the zone, ring him up. Alex Pinner thought it was ball 4. He had already thrown his bat over towards his dugout. And the Bullfrogs go down in order. Frogs struggling to find hits tonight. They have just 3. The Rockford Rivets have managed 8 tonight as they trail 5-3. Stay tuned for the 6th inning. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brewpub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza right now from the concession stand or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in Wisconsin is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, it just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, here at Joe Annie Stadium. My name's Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, and we are in the top of the sixth. Jake S. now out on the mound for the Bullfrogs, and so Will Gilbert's day has come to a close. Jake S., the right-handed pitcher out of Villanova University. Stands in, kicks the leg, and sends it in. His first pitch is an 84-mile-per-hour fastball that finds the inside portion of the plate, and Patrick Loeffler falls in the count 0-1. Jake S. kicks the leg, sends in the 0-1. That swung on, fouled off the end of the bat and back into the backstop, and he goes down the count 0-2. The Villanova sophomore comes into the game supporting a 5.03 ERA. This is his ninth appearance on the mound for the Frogs. 0-2 pitch, fastball wide, 1-2. Patrick Loeffler, the Indiana Hoosier left-handed hitter, stands in and awaits. 1-2 to him. Breaking ball that runs way inside. In fact, Loeffler kind of has to step away not to get hit by that one. And it evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Loeffler this past season would go 0 for 3 in just 5 games. 2-2 pitch comes across, a breaking ball. Loeffler watched it go by. It's a backwards K. And Jake S. starts his day out on the mound with a strikeout. That will bring up Brett Welton, the catcher. Welton on the day is 1 for 2 with a double and 2 RBIs. His last time up would hit a sacrifice fly RBI. S deals in a breaking ball, a curve, then breaks back inside for a strike. An 0-1 count. Epps wasting no time, kicks the leg, sends in the 0-1, and that one's an 85-mile-per-hour dart that misses wide. 1-1. Walton stands in with an open stance, supporting the blue batting gloves tonight. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, swung on, liner into right. That drops fair. It'll be the 9th hit of the game for the Rockford Rivets. As it's a single out to right field, it's the 2nd hit of the game for Brett Welton. And that'll bring us back up to the top of the lineup in Ryan Hutchinson's. Hutchinson's 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Would lead off the game with a single. Would get all the way to 2nd in that inning before being stranded. Hutchinson, the righty, stands in and awaits. First pitch he sees, fastball wide, 1-0. Hutchinson's last night would hit the solo shot to lead off the game for the Rivets. One of their 4 home runs that they managed yesterday. 1-0. Fastball swung on, found away left side past the grandstands here. And a couple of kids sprint out of the stadium to go chase down that one. So a 1-1 count after the foul away. And an out on the board. Walton takes the lead over at first. Est deals in the 1-1. Fastball inside. Hutchinson scoots away from it. Moves the count to a ball and a strike. Hutchinson with his shin guard on the left legs and the red batting gloves. The Illinois State Redbird stands in. The 2-1. Breaking ball finds the inside corner and evens the count. 2-2 here. 1 out on the board, top of the 6th inning. Bullfrogs currently trail the Rockford Rivets 5-3. Rivets would manage a 3-run top of the 4th. That's been the difference. 2-2. That one swung on, fouled away. Just got underneath that one. It's right back in square in the middle of the backstop. The Rockford Rivets player will run over and go pick it up, throw it back over towards the dugout of the Bullfrogs. No bad boys tonight. So coaches and players have to go do the shagging. 2-2 from S. Breaking ball, swung on, slow grounder to short. Scoop to second in time. Throw to first, not in time. Nearly a 6-4-3 double play for the Bullfrogs. However, a little hesitation from the shortstop, Tecco, might have missed the opportunity for the Bullfrogs. He thought about running over to the bag and stepping on it himself for the unassisted play. However, after taking a couple steps towards the second base bag, decides to underhand toss it to Smith. The throw to first, not in time. So it's a fielder's choice for Hutchinson's, and will bring up Hunter Fiducia. Fiducia on the day 0 for 3. Runner off from second. Throw down from Hamilton, not in time. It's off the bag, and Hutchinson's manages a stolen base. So a runner in scoring position now with 2 outs on the board, and Fiducia, who last night would be one of the best candidates for player of the night, however, did not receive the honor. After going 3 for 5 with 3 runs and 4 RBIs, has an opportunity to snag another RBI here. So far on the day, as mentioned, 0 for 3. Esp checks the runner at second, deals in the 1-0. Breaking ball finds the outside corner. Moves the count to 1-1. Jake S. with the ball behind his back hip, now comes set. Checks the runner at second in Hutchinson. And sends in the 1-1. Breaking ball, that one low in the dirt. Solid job by Brad Hamilton to drop down and stop that one from getting behind him. A 2-1 count now. Two-one, swung on, grounder up the middle of the field. Riley Smith can't put the glove on it, throw home. And they have the runner between home and third, throw to third now. Chasing down is Bourbon. Now Hamilton chasing him down, and he will apply the tag for the third out. Hutchinson's tried to get a bit too risky there. He thought he'd gamble and try to round third and go for home, but Riley Smith's all over it. Throws to home plate, and it's a pickle to get him, but they finally retire the batter. One stranded. That will do it for the top of the 6th inning. On to the bottom half of the frame we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
It's the best time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in Oconto Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side, or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selections.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin here. Bottom of the 6th about to get underway where the Bullfrogs trail the Rockford Rivets 5-3. The Rivets would manage a 2-run second. The Bullfrogs would respond with 2 of their own, however, in that second inning. The Frogs would take a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 3rd. However, the Rivets would put 3 across in the top of the 4th inning, and they have that 5-3 advantage. Still out on the bump for the Rockford Rivets will be Josh Peterson. Would pitch the 5th inning for the Rivets and did not allow a base runner. Mikey Falia looking to lead things off here in the 6th for the Frogs. Watches a breaking ball run inside, 1-0. The Frogs with just 3 hits on the night. 1-0 pitch. That's a breaking ball that runs way wide. In fact, Welton, the catcher, came and put his glove on it. And it moves the count to 2-0. Two-0 pitch. That one misses. High and wide. A 3-0 count now. No outs on the board. 3-0 delivery to Falia. That one's in there for a strike, just clipping the outside black. We're here in the bottom of the 6th inning, where the Bullfrogs trail 5-3. Falia gets a hold of the 3-1 pitch. It's a blooper into center field, and it's the 4th hit of the game for the Bullfrogs. Mikey Falia watched a couple go by, found off a pitch he didn't like, and then sent that one deep into center, or rather shallow into center, I should say. Center fielder Ryan Hutchinson couldn't get his glove on it. Of course, had that awesome dive-in play earlier in the game. However, that time can't do anything but watch it bounce to him. First hit of the game for Falia. He's now 1 for 1 on the day. He's been walked twice. Smith watches that one go by. It gets away from the catcher, Welton, and Falia manages to scamper over to second base. So Riley Smith ahead in the count now after watching the fastball go between the 5-hole of Welton. 1-0. Peterson deals in the 1-0. Fastball wide. 2 balls, no strikes here. Riley Smith on the season for the Bullfrogs comes into the game supporting a batting average of .289. This is just his 10th game in a Frogs uniform. He has 11 hits. 2-0 pitch to Smith. Swung on a slow grounder to third. Stares down the runner at second, who takes off for third, but he'll get there. Nice base running from Falia, but a ground down from Riley Smith. It's a slow grounder to Brian Klein, who picked it up, stared down Smith, threw it across the field to first, beating out Riley Smith. Rather, the third baseman Klein stared down Falia at second, who started to go back, and then the moment that Klein looked over to throw it to first, Falia took off. Some really good base running from the outfielder. He now stands at third, and Willie Bourbon stands in. Bourbon on the day 1 for 2 with an RBI. Swings at that one, liner foul right side, over towards the liney stack. He goes down the count 0-1. Would manage the RBI single in the 2nd inning that scored Falia. So if he can manage to get the bat on the ball here in play, he'll grab himself another RBI. And Falia can grab himself another run. 0-1. Fastball that runs way inside. Solid job by Welton to stop that one from getting away. Moves the count even, a ball and a strike here with an out on the board. Bullfrogs trail the Rivets in the bottom of the 6th inning, 5-3. 1-1. That's a fastball that misses high and inside. Bourbon will step out, readjust his batting gloves. Got the all-white batting gloves tonight. Normally supporting his Western purple ones. But likes to try to change things up. 2-1. Fastball that oh no it doesn't. Finds the outside corner. And it evens the count 2-2. Bourbon disagreed with it. He steps way away from the batter's box. And now stands back in. Supporting the old school look, got the pinstripe pants rolled up and has the Green Bay Bullfrogs pants on. Or rather, socks on, I should say. The lone Bullfrog to actually have those socks. They were passed down to him from Shoemaker. 2-2 pitch, swung on, a blooper into right. That drops fair. It'll be an RBI single for Willie Bourbon. He's now 2 for 3 on the day. Maybe it is the batting gloves. A good change for Willie Bourbon. He's now got 2 singles to his name today. And the Bullfrogs tack a run away from the lead from the Rivets. They now trail by just 1, 5-4. That'll bring up Richie Tecco, the shortstop. Tecco on the day for the Bullfrogs is 0 for 1. Swings at the first pitch. He sees a fly ball into left center. Left fielder gets underneath of it, Kean O'Brien, and retires the batter. 2 down. So back up to the top of the lineup, and Alonzo Jones will come up. Jones on the day 0 for 2 with the walk. Jones comes in to the game for the Bullfrogs, supporting a .373 batting average. He has been great this season. 25 hits, 11 RBIs, 12 walks. The switch hitter out of Vanderbilt awaits. First pitch to him from Peterson, swung on. It's a pop-up into shallow center. Center fielder Hutchinson calls off everybody and makes the play for the 3rd out. Bullfrogs leave one stranded here in the 6th inning. That will do it for the 6th frame. On to the 7th we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
American Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Back to Joanne Stadium here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Top of the 7th inning, about to get underway, where the Bullfrogs currently trail the Rockford Rivets 5-4. The Bullfrogs have been out-hit in this one 10-5, yet still find themselves in the game. The Rockford Rivets have walked Bullfrog batters over 5 times tonight, and that would really be the difference. That's why the Bullfrogs remain in the game, despite the fact that they've left the bases loaded 2 times. Klein digs in for the Bullfrogs. Watch a breaking ball break back inside into the strike zone. A nice curve from Esp there. Looks like it's going to be way outside and dips back in. Last moment. 0-1 pitch, another breaking ball, but that one missed outside. Evens the count. 1-1 here. No outs on the board. Klein, the left-handed batter, awaits the offering from Esp. Comes in, swung on and missed. An 82-mile-per-hour dart from Esp fooled Klein there. He wasn't even close. Klein out of Texas Tech in 21 starts this past season for the Red Raiders would have had .266. Just finished up his freshman year where he got considerable playing time. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, a grounder up the middle of the field. Smith bobbles with it, and it gets into the outfield. Klein, he'll take a big lead around first, but he's going to stay there, as that one will go down as an E4 against Riley Smith. So an error here in the top of the 7th inning puts a runner on, and Klein. It's a hard-hit ground ball over towards the second baseman. He does the right thing attacking it, but it kind of bounces up and hits off the end of his mitt and got it all the way into the outfield, in fact. So what would have been 1 out on the board, nobody on for J.C. DeMurray is no outs with a runner over at first. DeMurray on the day 0 for 3. Hit into a double play his last time up. 0-1 pitch to him, swung on, fly ball into dead center field. Tracking back is Jones, looking up, and it's off the wall. Runners running around the bases. They're going to send in the runner in from third, and he's going to come across to score all the way from first base. It's Brian Klein who comes across to score an unearned run against Jake Est, but an RBI double for J.C. DeMurray. He now stands at second. A liner that popped off the bat all the way deep into center. Alonzo Jones sprinting back, can't make the play on it. All he can do is watch it hit off of the batter's eye out there. Picks it up, throws it back in. But it's another run for the Rivets and their 11th hit of the game. They lead 6-4 over the Bullfrogs. Runner still in scoring position with no outs on the board. Neil Tyrell swings at that one. It's a pop-up into right. Kyle Bino underneath of it makes the grab. Runner tags up, elects not to, actually. Thought about taking off for third, but elects, decides, I better not. And with one out on the board, the Rivets will bring up Neil Tyrell. Neil Tyrell, of course, actually just flew out to right field, and so Trevor Paradosky will dig in. Paradosky 1 for 1 on the day. He's been walked twice. Left-handed hitter with an open stance stands in. DeMurray takes his lead over from second, and the fastball comes in wide, 1-0. Rockford Rivets have 6 runs on 11 hits. The Bullfrogs with 4 runs on 5 hits. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. That one fouled off the bottom of the bat into the glove of Hamilton. Moves the count even, a ball and a strike. S comes set. Checks the runner at second. Gives him another glance and deals in the 1-1. Swung on. Fouled away left side, however. A well-hit ball by Paradosky. Kind of sliced at it, actually. And I think it actually bounced on top of the bouncy house over there on the left side. So a 1-2 count here and outs on the board. Paradosky digs in. Esp deals to him. 1-2. Swung on, grounded up to Smith. Has it this time. Throw to first. Off the bag. But Pinner grabs it. Tries to make the tag as he's leaping away. However, can't make the grab. Another E4. Runners on the corners now after the error, as Riley Smith had a fielding error the first time, then a throwing error that time. Runners at first and third, however, and Kean O'Brien now digs in. The left fielder on the day, 1 for 3. Struck out his last time up to end out the 5th inning. Esp deals one in for a ball. And the 1-0 delivery. Fastball. That one misses low. A 2-0 count now, and out on the board and runners on the corners. Bullfrogs trail by just 2 runs. However, their offense has looked a bit stale tonight. Just 5 hits on the evening. 2-0. That one misses low, and so a 3-0 count now with an out on the board. Runners on the corners. Top of the 7th. Rivets lead the Bullfrogs 6-4. Kean O'Brien dug in. He's 1 for 3 on the night. 3-0 pitch. That one's right across the plate for a strike.
Just a reminder,
a 3-1 count now.
Off of the nets behind home plate. There's danger of batted balls going backward.
Kean O'Brien out of Madison College stands in. The righty awaits. Runner off from first. Swung on, grounded up the middle of the field. Nobody can get to it, however, and the run comes across to score. It's an RBI for Kean O'Brien. It's a grounder up the middle of the field. Riley Smith comes across, kind of makes contact with the ball, and it kind of messed up the shortstop and Richie Tecco. Chris Savo's going to come out and have a word with Jake Esp. His day is likely done. It's not often that Savo comes out and has a word with his pitcher without relieving him, and in fact his day has come to a close. The Bullfrogs are going to bring in a new pitcher here in the 7th inning. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here in the top of the 7th inning. The Rockford Rivets have taken a 7-4 lead off of a RBI double from J.C. DeMurray and an RBI single from Kean O'Brien. Scoring Brian Klein and Trevor Paradosky, respectively. The Bullfrogs here have a deficit in front of them, and they have taken out Jake Esp. Esp's day has come to a close. He pitched an inning and a third, allowing 2 earned runs. New pitcher out on the mound for the Bullfrogs here in the top of the 7th will be Alex Stadola. The right-handed pitcher out of UW Stevens Point. The right-hander pitcher is a really good story. The guy started out the year on a temporary contract and did not get the nod to stick around with the team. He would be cut from the team and sent home. And a couple of weeks back, he got some text and some phone calls that the Bullfrogs might need him again. Patrick Loeffler stands in here with an out on the board and 2 runners on. Swings at that one, grounder to the third baseman Bourbon. Throw to first, not in time. An infield single for Patrick Loeffler. It's a slow bouncer up the middle of the field. Willie Bourbon calls off the shortstop, makes the grab, throws to first, but Loeffler's able to beat it out for the infield single. Their 13th hit of the ball game. That'll bring up the new batter for the Rockford Rivets, Brett Welton, the catcher. Welton on the day is having a great day. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Bases loaded now with an out on the board. Stadola deals in a fastball that misses 1-0. And so he comes back to Green Bay and now has been signed to the full contract. 1-0 pitch. Fastball fouled away left side. 1-1. So a guy that, of course, had the devastating news that the Bullfrogs weren't going to keep him around, and then got the news he was going to be able to come back. 1-1 pitch. Fastball inside. 2-1. Would come in and pitch 2 innings for the Bullfrogs, or rather closing out the game for the Bullfrogs against the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders, and did not allow a run. would strike out 2 and walk 2, however. The 2-1. Fastball low, 3-1. Stadola, the righty, comes set. Welton watches the 3-1 run high and wide, and the Bullfrogs walk a run in. Rockford Rivets take an 8-4 lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Ryan Hutchinson's now digs in for the Rockford Rivets and watches a fastball go by low, 0-1. One out on the board, bases loaded. Stadola put into a bind. We'll see if he can get out of it. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. 0-2 now. Stadola throwing some heat here for the Bullfrogs. His fastball hitting 88-87. The Frogs desperate to get out of this inning. They're down by 4 right now, but with the bases loaded and 1 out on the board, the Rivets threatening to break the game open. 0-2. Fastball swung on, grounder up the middle of the field. Step on the second base bag in time, throw to third. Got him. It's a double play. However, it's a run that comes across for the Rockford Rivets. Runner at third comes across to score as Richie Tecco steps on the second base bag, fakes the throw to first, turns around, sees that the runner had taken a large turn around third, throws down to third, and the play is a tag. The tag is applied, I should say, to get the double play. That will do it for the top of the 7th inning. Time for the 7th inning stretch. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned. Frogs trail 8-4-9-4.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts. Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here, bottom of the 7th inning, about to get underway. The Bullfrogs have some work to do. They currently trail the Rockford Rivets 8-4. Due up here in the bottom of the 7th will be Tanner Poole, the right-handed hitter out of Mississippi State. Tanner Poole, of course, just finished up his sophomore season where he would get some considerable playing time for the Super Regional qualifier. As Poole stands in. First pitch to him. Fastball. That one comes across for a strike. Right across the plate. 0-1. Tanner Poole, the designated hitter tonight for the Bullfrogs. Watches the 1-0 go by. That's a breaking ball that finds its way back into the zone. 1-1. And it is still the right-hander Josh Peterson out on the mound for the Rivets. That one swung on. Slow grounder to the third. Klein has it. Throw to first in time. Beating out Poole by 3 steps. One out on the board will bring up Brad Hamilton, the lone all-star for this team for the Bullfrogs. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a double and a run scored in the third. Hamilton, of course, well deserving of that all-star status also. First pitch he sees, fastball runs high, 1-0. Not only for his play on the field, but for his attitude, for his composure, for the way he comes to work every day. 1-0 pitch runs low, 2-0. And what I mean by that is he's the first guy to the stadium. The first Bullfrog. He comes here, gets a nice workout in. 2-0 pitch, swung on, fouled back. 2-1 count now. I mean, he has a great attitude about everything. Please and thank you type of guy. And he stands in, the right-handed batter with a 2-1 count. First pitch to him after the foul off is swung on, a fly ball into right field. J.C. DeMurray has the read on it and has the second out. DeMurray just has to take a couple of steps to make the grab. And he doesn't get it just because he's a great guy by any means either. Of course, had the second best batting average of any other catcher in the Northwoods League. Coming into the game today, Hamilton had a .311 batting average. A little bit better than that now as he's 1 for 3. I guess after that fly out, a little worse than that, rather. But Benyo now stands in. First pitch he sees. Breaking ball, runs inside for a ball. A 1-0 count now. No outs. 2 outs on the board, rather. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed, 1-1. Bullfrogs trail by 5 runs here, 9-4. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled away off the end of the bat, all the way over towards the parking lot. And he falls down the count, 1-2. I think I mentioned that they were down by 4 runs, but on that double play to end out the top of the 7th inning, the Rivets snuck a run across, scoring the run before the double play was made. And as the 1-2 pitch runs low, it's a 2-2 count now with 2 outs on the board. The delivery, breaking ball, swung on and fouled back. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alex Pinner on deck for the Frogs. Benyo, the righty, stands in. 2-2 pitch to him. Breaking ball, swung on, a fly ball into right. J.C. DeMurray's there to make the play. Bullfrogs go down in order. That'll do it for the 7th. On to the 8th we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned. Frogs trail by 5, 9-4.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation, flex agreement, and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello and welcome to Green Bay, Wisconsin, here at Joanne Stadium. Top of the 8th inning about to get underway. And the Bullfrogs trail by 5. 9-4 in favor of the Rockford Rivets. It's Alex Jadola out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. Due up for the Rockford Rivets here in the 8th inning will be Hunter Fiducia, Brian Klein, and J.C. DeMurray. Fiducia, the left-handed hitter with a closed stance, swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it away left side. 0-1. 0-1. That's a fastball inside. That goes by for a ball, and it evens the count 1-1. An 89-mile-per-hour heater from Stadola, showing off his arm here. 1-1. Fastball, swung on, fly ball to left. Falia underneath of it makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 8th will bring up Brian Klein. The third baseman tonight is a 1 for 4. Would come around to score, however, this last time around as he got on base due to the E4. Klein, the left-handed hitter, digs in. Out of Texas Tech, just finished up his freshman year where he had 21 starts. Watches an 88-mile-per-hour heater go by about eye level high, 1-0. Stadola throwing some cheese here for the Bullfrogs. Randy comes set. Supporting the number 5 jersey. Deals in the 1-0. Swung on a blooper into left field. Falia running forward, and he can't do nothing but pick it up on the first bounce. The 14th hit of the game for the Rockford Rivets. Their bats have come alive. And bring up the cleanup hitter, J.C. DeMurray. The right fielder on the day is 1 for 4 with a RBI double. That coming up in his last at-bat, a part of that 4-run top of the 7th. Swings at the first pitch he sees, a high fly ball deep to right center. Kyle Bino at the warning track makes the grab. 2 down. A well-hit ball by J.C. DeMurray. I think he was thinking home run the whole time. But Kyle Bino all the way out against the wall makes the grab for the second out. That will bring up Neil Tyrell, who on the day for the Rockford Rivets is 2 for 4. Managed to sacrifice RBIs last time up. As our final attendance here in Green Bay, 1,311, a good crowd. One out. That's a fastball that finds the outside corner. 1-1. Tyrell stands back in. Stadola looking to get out of the inning here. Deals in the 1-1. Check swing. It was outside. Tyrell thought about chasing it. And it's a 2-1 count. 2 outs on the board here. Runner takes the lead over at first. The delivery swung on, fouled off the end of the bat. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Neil Tyrell out of Lewis University stands in. Batted .290 this past season. Swings at that one and fouls it away. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Was named to the GLVC second team for his freshman and sophomore seasons for batting .368 and .319. The 2-2 pitch, that one runs wide, an 89-mile-per-hour dart. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Runner takes his lead over at first. Stadola out there, comes set again. Tyrell waves his bat around. The 2-2. Swung on, fly ball, foul territory in front of the dugout of the Bullfrogs, but nobody can get underneath of it. Alex Pinner had a bad read on it. I mean, it was definitely in an area where it really didn't look like it would be all that much trouble, but I think Alex Pinner was a little more worried about of where the dugout was and not where the ball was. And so it bounces on the warning track in front of the dugout, and everyone that had ran over there, I think Stadola, Pinner, or Hamilton could have got underneath of it from where it landed, but I don't think anyone actually was looking up at the ball. They were more worried about where they were standing. And so a 2-2 count now with an out on the board. 2 outs to be exact. And Tyrell digs back in with a full count. Payoff pitch. Finds the zone, a backwards K to get out of the top of the 8th inning. The first strikeout of the day for Stadola, and that will do it for the top of the 8th. Bullfrogs trail by 5, however, 9-4. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get you results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today, 715-735-0583.
Welcome back to Joy Stadium here, bottom of the 8th inning, about to get underway. Time to start thinking about a rally here, folks. The Bullfrogs trail by 5 runs, 9-4. Due up in the inning for the Bullfrogs will be Alex Pinner, Mikey Falia, and Riley Smith. Alex Pinner on the day for the Frogs is 0 for 2. Would strike out twice, but managed to get on base off of a walk in the 3rd inning.
At bat for the Bullfrogs, number 9, first baseman Alex Pinner.
So Alex Pinner, one of the hottest hitting Bullfrogs, despite the fact that he's 0 for 2 today, will dig in. Last night would manage the home run. First pitch he sees, fastball wide, 1-0. In his last 10 games for the Bullfrogs, Pinner's batting a team best .367. .474 in his last 5. I mean, he's been great recently for the Frogs. 4 RBIs in his last 5 games as well. 1-1 pitch. That one runs inside for a ball. A 2-0 count now. Just as a reminder, you can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at GB Bullfrogs to check out all the latest videos, interviews, and a live score update. 2-1 pitch runs wide. A 3-1 count now with no outs on the board and nobody on. Just got underway here at the bottom of the 8th. 3-1. That one runs high for ball 4. There's a base runner for the Bullfrogs. If you're going to rally against the Rockford Rivets team that has been just on fire offensively tonight, you're just going to have to get on with walks. You're going to have to move guys over, string together a couple, and Alex Pinner gets the first one of those done. He's on over at first off the base on balls. 14 hits on the night for the Rockford Rivets. They have 9 runs to the Bullfrogs, 4 runs and just 5 hits. Falia stands in now for the Frogs. He's 1 for 1 today with 2 walks. Swings at that one. There's another base hit. It's a Little grounder that finds its way between the gap of third and short, and it's into left field. The sixth hit of the day for the Bullfrogs.
Second baseman, Riley Smith.
So that will bring up Riley Smith. Smith on the day for the Bullfrogs. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Smith has had his struggles defensively tonight. 2 errors against the second baseman. First pitch to Riley Smith, the 79-mile-per-hour breaking ball, and dropped low, 1-0. It's still Josh Peterson, the right-handed pitcher, out on the mound for the Rockford Ravens. The righty checks the runner at second and stands in. Smith waves his bat around and awaits. Peterson checks the runner at second, comes home. Smith showed bunt but pulled it away. Last moment as it was a fastball that was high. A 2-0 count now. Smith last night for the Bullfrogs would go 0 for 4, but had 2 well-hit balls deep into left that could have easily been doubles. 2-0 pitch. Fastball that comes right across the plate, belt level as well. 2-1. However, the left fielder, Keane O'Brien, would have nothing to do with those 2 doubles. He would make 2 leaping grabs at the wall. I mean, jumping into the wall, and that's not comfortable. It's a concrete wall out there. 2-1 pitch, runs across low. 3-1. I mean, absolutely no padding at all. I mean, even a wooden wall like some of the fields have here in the Northwoods League, you know, there's a little give to it at least. Not on the concrete ones. 3-1. Swung on a chopper, foul left side. Chris Sabo, the 3-time third base all-star, makes the barehanded grab over there and actually throws it right back to the pitcher. Runners take their leads a full count now after Smith fouls away a couple. Payoff pitch. Swung on a slow grounder up the middle of the field. Set shortstop. Underhand tosses it to the second baseman who steps on the bag for the first out. It moves the runner and Alex Pinner over to third, but it's a fielder's choice that Riley Smith hit into as Mikey Falia is out at second. So runners on the corners now with an out on the board, and Willie Bourbon digs in. Bourbon having the best day offensively for any Bullfrog. 2 for 3 on the day. 2 RBIs. Launches a fastball run wide, a 1-0. Bourbon has had his struggles at the plate this season as he comes into the game supporting a batting average that sits at just 163. 1-0 pitch, swung on, fouled away, left side.
Another full ball.
1-1 count now. 1 out on the board, runners at first and third. Willie Bourbon, the left-handed hitter out of Northwestern, digs back in. This past season for Northwestern would have his struggles at the plate, also batting below 200. The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball wide. A 2-1 count now with an out on the board. Bourbon during his freshman campaign, however, would bat .250 for the Wildcats. For the Bullfrogs this season, he does have a home run. Of course, it was a walk-off winner against Kalamazoo, which seems like an eternity ago. 2-1 pitch comes across for a strike. Evens it up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Staying on deck for the Frogs is Richie Tecco, who's still looking for his first hit in a Bullfrogs uniform. Granted, he's only played in 3 games. 2-2. It's a bouncing breaking ball that comes across low, bounces across home plate, and it moves the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and outs on the board. Riley Smith takes the lead from first, and Alex Pinner takes one from third. Willie Burden looking for anything but a strikeout here. Payoff outside, ball 4. Base is now loaded for the Bullfrogs. Willie Burden fights off a couple, works his way on base with the base on balls, and now the base is loaded for the Bullfrogs. Richie Tecco will dig in. He does have a sacrifice fly RBI on the day. It was a well-hit line drive in a shallow center, but it's a better play from the center fielder Ryan Hutchinson, who made a diving play. First pitch that he sees, swung on. It's a base hit for Richie Tecco, his first of the day. Alex Pinner will come across to score for the Bullfrogs. Chris Sabo being conservative. He wants Alonzo Jones to come up to the plate. No need to force an out here. Riley Smith probably has the speed to possibly come across and score there. It would have been a play at the plate. However, Chris Sabo elects to hold up Smith at third. One run comes across for the Bullfrogs, and with the bases loaded and one out on the board, it'll bring up Alonzo Jones. Arguably, well, not even arguably, probably the best player for the Bullfrogs. This is exactly who you want to come up to the plate here. He would be the tying run at the plate. A grand slam would tie things up here in the bottom of the 8th inning as the Frogs trail 9-5. They have just 7 hits on the day to the Rockford Rivets 14. The Rivets have made a Cellcom call to the bullpen, but we're going to stay with you live here as the new pitcher warms up for the Rivets. It will be at number 11, a left-handed pitcher, and so notably, Alonzo Jones will be batting lefty against him, or righty, I should say. Zach Thomas out of Chicago State just finished up his junior season, the 5'11", 180 lefty out of Joliet, Illinois. Rockford Rivets don't want to squander this lead, I should say, as they bring in Thomas. Thomas comes into the game for the Rockford Rivets, playing absolutely great for the Rivets this year. This is his 9th appearance. He has pitched 16 2/3 innings. Has 16 strikeouts to 8 walks, a 3-1 record, and 1 save on the year also. That good for a 2.16 ERA. Good for 4th best on this Rivets team. So we'll see if Alonzo Jones can get it done batting righty for the Bullfrogs here. The base is loaded with an out on the board. The Frogs trail by 4, so granted, it would be a tough task for the Frogs to get back into it, but this is exactly the scenario you wanted. Alex Pinner got walked to lead off the game. He comes across and score on the Richie Tecco base hit. Jones stands in. First pitch he sees, an 83-mile-per-hour fastball that runs wide. Jones batting against left-handed pitchers is .444 on the season. 1-0 pitch. That one runs wide. A 2-0 count. So Jones batting .444 when he's batting from the left side of the plate, batting .354 when he's batting from the right side. The switch hitter stands in. Another one goes by wide. It's a 2-0 count. The delivery. Swing and a miss. 82-mile-per-hour fastball gets past Jones. He was late on it. 2-1 count with an out on the board. Tanner Poole stands on deck for the Frogs. The 2-1. That one finds the outside corner. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes and out on the board. Bullfrogs trying to make things interesting here. No music plays between the pitches, building to the anticipation. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Alonzo Jones goes down swinging And Tanner Poole comes up to the plate. A rare strikeout to Alonzo Jones here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Number 23, designated hitter, Tanner Poole.
Jones will likely finish his day 0 for 4 with 1 walk. Tanner Poole now digs in, the Mississippi State product. Watches the fastball run high and wide, 1-0. Tanner Poole on the day hasn't had a great one either. He is 0 for 4, so he's due. The righty stands in. Thomas kicks the leg, sends to him. 1-0. Swung on, fouled away, right side. 1-1 count now.
Brought to you by Tri-City Glass and Door. Call 920-468-7820.
Poole steps out and steps back in. Thomas comes set, puts the leg back, brings it forward, sends in the 1-1. Breaking ball just misses low. A good pitch from Zach Thomas. Tanner Poole on the season against left-handed batters is batting .316. 2-1. Swung on, ground ball to short, and he bobbles it. A run comes across for the Bullfrogs. They're going to send in another one, and another one does as well. And just like that, the Bullfrogs now trail by 2. It's an error by the shortstop, Trevor Paradosky. It looks like it's going to be the easiest out of the game. All he has to do is put it in his glove, underhand toss it to the second baseman Tyrell, and it would have ended the inning, leaving runners stranded. However, he falls down, and 2 runs come across for the Frogs. Brad Hamilton now digs in. First pitch he sees. Fastball low, a 1-0 count. There's still 2 outs on the board, but Tanner Poole, who got on base due to the E6, is now the tying run. 1-0 to Hamilton. Fastball inside. 2-0 count now. The shortstop, Paradosky, tried to make up for it by picking it up and launching it just 5 feet next to him to Tyrell, but it's way high, and that's how a second run comes across. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Hamilton on the day for the Bullfrogs is 1 for 4. Managed a double in the 3rd inning. He would come around to score. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball wide, a 3-1 count now. Standing on deck for the Bullfrogs is Kyle Binio, the designated, or rather the right fielder tonight for the Frogs. Zach Thomas sends in the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Full count now. Hamilton, frustrated, kicks the bat with his cleat as he steps out of the batter's box. A full count. The Bullfrogs' lone all-star dug in. Runners on the corners. Payoff pitch. Swung on, popped away, foul. Right side. Hamilton stays alive. Tanner Poole, the runner at first, would be the tying run for the Bullfrogs. They have 7 hits on the night and 7 runs. They trail by 2. Zach Thomas comes set. Sends in the payoff. Runner off. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Hamilton strikes out, leaving 2 stranded here in the bottom of the 8th inning. On to the 9th we go. The Bullfrogs trail the Rockford Rivets 9-7. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
For the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin. Every Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brew Pub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 well and pump service. Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Bullfrogs errors. And the Frogs have managed 7 runs off of 7 hits and a 1 error by the Rivets. Due up here for the Rockford Rivets in this top half of the 9th inning will be Trevor Paradosky, the shortstop. Paradosky on the day is 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Has gotten on base in each of his plate appearances, however. He got on due to an error in the 7th. First pitch he sees. Runs inside for a ball. 1-0. Stadola comes set. Kicks the leg, sends in the 1-0. Swung on, line drive into right field. That's going to drop fair. It's the 15th hit of the game for the Rockford Rivets. The second of the game for Paradosky as they lead off the top of the 9th with a base hit here. The Frogs, some way, somehow, have managed to stay in this game. They score 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's been big innings, however, that have given the Rivets the lead. Throw down to first, not in time. Loeffler slides back safely. Or rather, Paradosky, excuse me. Throw back to first. Paradosky slides back safely again as we have a 1-0 count here with no outs on the board. It would be 2 runs in the top of the 2nd for the Rivets, 3 in the 4th, and then 4 in that 7th inning. 1 out. That one runs high. A 2-0 count now. Bullfrogs managed 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 6th, and then 3 in this past bottom of the 8th inning. They would score 2 runs off of the error against Paradosky, who's now over at first. 2-0 pitch, swung on, grounded to short. Throw to second in time. Throw to first, not in time as Alex Penner has to step off of the bag to grab that one. So 1 down after Kean O'Brien hits into the fielder's choice. And Patrick Loeffler, the first baseman, will now dig in. Loeffler has had a good day for the Rivets. He's 2 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. The lefty stands in and the delivery to him. Fastball right across the plate, 0-1. Alex Stadola, the righty, steps back on the mound. Runner takes the lead from first. Stadola comes set. Deals in the 0-1. Breaking ball finds the zone, 0-2 now. Patrick Loeffler out of Indiana just finished up his freshman season for the Hoosiers. 0-2 pitch, swung on, fouled away, back into the backstop. Count will remain 0-2. Would go 0 for 3 in just 5 games this past season. And of Vernon Hills, Illinois. Down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Stadola nods the head, sends it in. Gets away from the catcher, and he's going to sprint over to second and get there safely. Brad Hamilton can't put the squeeze on it. Kind of flops off of his mitt there. The count moves to 1-2. If the Bullfrogs can get out of this inning with a little momentum, they will have a chance to try to get something going. As due up for the Frogs will be Kyle Bino, Alex Pinner, and Mikey Falia in the 9th inning. All three of those players very capable of getting on base. 1-2. Breaking ball that gets away from Stodola. He's frustrated, but not almost to the sense where you think he's going to now struggle, but almost as if to say, man, I could have had him there. 2-2 count now. Stodola checks the runner at second, deals in. Fastball runs low. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on the board. The majority of fans here have stuck around for the entirety here. Liney's deck out in right field, giving the opposing teams a hard time tonight. Payoff pitch, swung on, fouled away. Foul left side. Over towards the third base coach. So a full count now. 1 out on the board. Patrick Loeffler digs back in. Left-handed batter awaits, and the righty Stodola takes a breath, sends in the payoff. Swung on a belting fly ball into right. Tracking back is Bino, and he'll get it off the wall. 1 run's going to come across to score, and it'll be a stand-up double for Patrick Loeffler. An RBI double gives the Rivets an insurance run that they much needed. The Frogs had managed 3 runs in the bottom half of the 8th, and with a 2-run deficit, it seemed like it was going to be likely almost that the Bullfrogs might be able to get some runs across in the bottom half of the 9th. But however, here in the top of the 9th inning, the Rockford Rivets put a run across. They take a 10-7 lead, and we're going to step aside for the pitching change. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
So lovers, have you tried a brew pub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every brew pub Lots of Matza pizzas made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a ½ pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brew Pub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium, top of the 9th inning. The Bullfrogs trail by 3, 7-10 in a high-scoring showdown. The Rivets have managed 16 hits tonight against Bullfrogs pitchers, and the Green Bay Bullfrogs have managed 7. Rivets with 10 runs, of course, and the Frogs with 7. New pitcher out on the mound as Alex Todola's day has come to a close. It'll be Nick Parr who comes out here in the top of the 9th with 1 out on the board and a runner at second in Patrick Loeffler. Loeffler would manage the RBI double to score Trevor Paradosky. Brent Welton, the catcher, will dig in now for the Rockford Rivets. On the day, Welton is 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. It's been walked tonight as well. First pitch he sees. Fastball wide. 1-0. Nick Parr comes set, checks the runner at second, deals in the 1-0. Jack swing came around. 1-1. 1-1 count here, 1 on the board. Bullfrogs looking for a little momentum to take into the bottom half of the frame to try to rally. Nick Parr trying to give it to him. The 1-1. Breaking ball, that finds the inside corner. Parr ahead in the count now, 1-2. Gets a quick applause from the scattered crowd now. Much better crowd than last night, though, I have to admit. Parr checks the runner at second, deals in the 1-2 to Welton. Gets away from him, and the runner at second will get all the way over to third off of it. And now another insurance run, now just 90 feet away for the Rockford Ravens. As a breaking ball runs low in the dirt, and Brad Hamilton couldn't do anything about it, but really go chase after it. It evens the count, 2-2. Welton with an open stance, batting lefty awaits. Nick Parr, the right-handed pitcher out of Oakland, deals in the 2-2, fastball way wide. Full count. Welton awaits the full count, payoff pitch. Runs low for ball 4, 2 runners on now for the Rockford Rivets. Nick Parr in 8 games for the Frogs has a 6.56 ERA. As the Bullfrogs have struggled at the plate all season. Or on the mound, I should say, all season. Although they've had their struggles at the plate also. So back up to the top of the lineup, Ryan Hutchinson digs in. He's 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs. The right-handed batter stands in, waiting patiently for Parr to deal. Parr steps off the rubber and calls Hamilton to come up and talk to him. Hamilton runs out to him. They exchange some quick words. And jog back to their respective spots. Frogs trailing the Rivets here 10-7. Tomorrow they will travel out to Lakeshore to take on the Chinooks for home-and-home series. First pitch into Hutchinson. Runs low. A 1-0 count. The Bullfrogs, of course, come into the game on a 5-game losing streak. Longest losing streak in the Northwoods League currently. 1-0 pitch, swung on. It's a fly ball to left. Mikey Falia has it. Runner tags up and does not go home. Thought about it. And now 2 outs on the board after the fly ball to left will bring up Hunter Fiducia. Fiducia's 1 for 5 on the day. Left-handed hitter last night for the Rockford Rivets would hit the 2-run home run in the top of the 10th. The go-ahead. As the Rivets snuck away with a victory there. The Rivets have either beaten the Bullfrogs by 1 run or took them to extra innings 3 times out of the 5 times these two teams have faced off against each other. We have another close one here as the Frogs were just down by 2 runs, but now with a tough task of trying to come back from a 3-run deficit. 1-0. Swung on, little chopper right side, foul. Evens the count, 1-1. Their runners on the corners at first and third as the designated Fiducia looks to add a couple of more runs for this Rockford Rivets team. Fiducia and the Louisiana State Units will be playing for LSU next year. 1-1 pitch runs low. It's a 2-1 count now. Last season for Units would have been .394 with a .606 slug percentage. 2-1. Fastball high. It's a 2-1 count now with 2 outs on the board. 3-1 rather. The 3-1 delivery. Swung on line, driving to right field. That's going to drop fair. That'll score 1 run, and it will be an RBI single for Hunter Fiducia. The Frogs now trail by 4 runs. 7-11 in favor of the Rivets after that RBI single.
Third baseman Brian Klein.
As Nick Parr can't get the Bullfrogs out of it here in the ninth. Going into the ninth inning, you start to kind of get some hope that the Bullfrogs might be able to manage to come back into this game. Going to be a tough task here, and with 2 outs on the board, and Brian Klein digging in. They still have some work to do. First pitch that Klein sees is a fastball that runs in the dirt, 1-0. Left-handed batter stands in, waves the bat around. 1-0 to him. Swung on, grounded to short. Richie Tecco has it. He throws it to second, and he gets the force out there. The Rockford Rivets put 2 runs across in the top of the ninth inning to take a 4-run lead. Bullfrogs trail 7-11. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get your results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today, 715-735-0583.
We've heard it time and time again. You want local loan decisions and servicing, faster turnaround, and answers to your questions handled right here in Oconto. At the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've got all of those bases covered, from local loan decisions and on-time closings to great rates and fair terms. Visit me, Bob Schwartz, at the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. I've helped many people, and now I'd like to help you with your next loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin here at Joe Annie Stadium. Bottom of the ninth inning about to get underway. The Bullfrogs have some work to do if they want to try to rally back and beat this Rockford Rivets team. They currently trail by 4 runs. They would have managed 3 in the bottom of the 8th against Zach Thomas. And Thomas is out there on the bump still for the Rivets. He would leave 2 runners stranded, however, to end out the inning. Kyle Bino stands in to try to lead things off here for the Frogs. Takes a fastball right across the plate, 0-1. Kyle Bino on the season with 4 homers. Could use one here. Swings at the 0-1 pitch, a slow grounder to short, throw to first in time as Kyle Bino can't leg out the infield single.
Now batting for Bullfrogs, number 9, first baseman, Alex.
Shortstop Trevor Paradosky running in on that one to make the throw across the field. Bino beat by just a step. A faster Bullfrog might have managed that one into a hit. Alex Pinner will now dig in for the Frogs. Switch hitter batting righty here against the left-handed pitcher. Deals to him, fastball low and inside, 1-0. Thomas with notably a little more swagger after that out. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, a belting fly ball deep into left. No doubter. Moonshot from Alex Pinner. His second home run in 2 games, his 3rd of the season. Alex Pinner here recently has been seeing the ball great for the Bullfrogs. And if they're going to try to come back and get into this game, they're going to need some moonshots. They now trail by 3, 11-8, as Alex Pinner absolutely crushed that ball. A solo shot over the left field wall makes the game a bit more manageable. Mikey Falia, the UC Irvine product, stands in. Maybe Zach Thomas felt a little too comfortable out on the mound. Left one over the plate there, and Pinner made him pay for it. Falia swings at that one. It's a ground ball up the middle of the field, and it's off of the glove of second baseman Neil Tyrell. That's going to be a tough play for him to make either way. It's all the way out the middle of the field over by the second base bag. As Falia hit it right up the middle of the field. Falia's got some speed to him as well. Even if Tyrell can get the glove on it, he might be able to beat it out. But with Falia over at first, Riley Smith now digs in. 1 out on the board. First pitch to him. Fastball inside, finds the corner. 0-1. So the third hit of the day for Mikey Falia, as that one's nabbed an infield single. 0-1 pitch, chase that one low in the zone. Riley will regret that one as he goes down the count 0-2. Falia now on the day after the infield single, 3 for 3 with 2 walks. Not a bad day for the UC Irvine product. Smith stands in, down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch to him. Fastball swung on a blooper into right. That's going to drop fair. A base hit for Riley Smith. And now the tying run will come to the plate in Willie Bourbon. It's the second hit of the day for Riley Smith. He's now 2 for 5 with an RBI. Willie Bourbon having one of his best days in a Frogs uniforms, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Had an opportunity to tie it last night in the 9th inning, was unable to. With 1 out on the board and 2 runners on, we'll see what he can do here now. He's the tying run. First pitch to him, swung on, fouled away back into the backstop, an 0-1 count here. The Bullfrogs, here in their last 4 games, despite dropping all 4 of them in the second half of the season, have been in it at the end. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A breaking ball from Thomas. Absolutely fools Willie Bourbon. Standing on deck for the Bullfrogs is Richie Tecco.
Let's go, Frogs! Let's go, Frogs!
Fans trying to get into it here. Willie stands in, down in the count, 0-2. Pitch to him. That one's in the dirt. A good eye from Willie Bourbon. A breaking ball that breaks all the way into the dirt. 1-2 count now. 1 out on the board. Runners take their leads at first and second. Bourbon patiently awaits. 2 hits on the day already. 1-2. That's a fastball wide, just missing the zone. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Willie Bourbon stands back in. Waves the bat around and awaits. Thomas checks the runner at second and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs on the board now. The Rockford Rivets are now 1 out away, and Zach Plunkett is going to pinch hit for Richie Tecco. This is the first time all season that Chris Sabo has elected to use a pinch hitter. Zach Plunkett, you better believe he's going to be swinging for the fences on this one. Plunkett comes into the game for the Bullfrogs, supporting a batting average of just 141, but has 2 solo shots on the season. A homer here would tie the game. Falia takes a lead from second. Smith takes his from first. Thomas 1 out away from grabbing the win. First pitch he sees. Fastball high. 1-0. Standing on deck for the Bullfrogs would be Alonzo Jones. Jones on the day is 0 for 4. Plunkett, the righty out of the University of Arkansas, awaits. 1-0 pitch to him. Finds the outside corner. 1-1 now. Plunkett 2 nights ago would send a solo shot over the left field wall. His first home run at home all season. 1-1 pitch. That one's low and in the dirt. Solid job by the catcher, Welton, to stop that one from getting to the backstop. A 2-1 count now as Fireworks burst off out in left field. Zach Plunkett trying to spark some of his own. 2-1 to him. Fastball wide. Evens, or rather moves the count to 3-1. 2 outs on the board. If Zach Plunkett can manage a walk here, it would be just as good as a base hit. As the Frogs have some work to do, and Alonzo Jones, the Frogs' best hitter, stands on deck. (3-1). Finds the inside corner. Full count now. 2 outs on the board. And all comes down to this. Bullfrogs on a 5-game skid. Have lost 9 of their last 10. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Bullfrogs have now lost 6 games in a row. They have started the second half of the season 0-4, and despite the fact that they seem like they can't get a win to save their lives, they are in all of these ball games. Lose tonight 11-8 with 2 runners on and the tying run at the plate. Last night would lose a game into extra innings. 2 nights ago against the Wisconsin Rapids, they would have the tying run at the plate and lose. And that would happen in a Wisconsin Rapids as well. That'll do it here in Green Bay. The Bullfrogs drop to 0-4 on the season, and the Rockford Rivets improve to 3-1 on the second half of the season. If you're tuning in on the Northwoods League Web Pass, thanks for tuning in. It's been Nolan Knight on the call for you. We'll catch you next time. For those of you on the WOCO Sports Stream, stay tuned for the post-game show. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned for the post-game recap.
Insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in Wisconsin is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, it just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium. Post-game fireworks. However, not because the Bullfrogs get the victory. They lose with a tying run at the plate. And they drop to the Rockford Rivets 11-8. Zach Plunkett was called on to pinch hit for Richie Tecco to end out the game with 2 outs on the board and 2 runners on. A good move by Chris Sabo In fact, the first time we've seen them make a pinch hit decision this season. The Bullfrogs fall, however. They have now lost 6 in a row. They're 0-4 in the second half of the season. And although I sound like a broken record when I say it, the Frogs have been in these games recently. This second half roster a lot better than the first half. However, they still cannot seem to find the win column. They're going to look for it again tomorrow when they take on the Lakeshore Chinooks on the road against the Chinooks. The Bullfrogs get the loss tonight, and your final score 11-8. Let's take a look at the scores around the league, and then we'll take a look at the in-depth box score and give you your Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine Player of the Game. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Duluth Huskies currently have an 11-9 lead over the La Crosse Loggers. The Thunder Bay Border Cats defeat the Bismarck Larks 6-2. The Kalamazoo Growlers, that's a team that is red hot. Of course, they came in dead last of the South Division for the first half. However, are now 4-0 to start off the second half of the year. They beat the Wisconsin Woodchucks 13-5. The Fond du Lac Dock Spiders drop a game to the Kenosha Kingfish 5-7. In the top of the 9th, the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors trail to the Lakeshore Chinooks 4-7. The St. Cloud Rocks, they drop a game to the Waterloo Bucks 2-4. The Rockford Rivets, of course, here in Green Bay, defeat the Bullfrogs 11-8. The Mankato Moondogs, they are trailing the Wilmer Stingers 1-6. The Eau Claire Express, they are currently beating the Rochester Honkers 7-6 in the top of the 9th. The Madison Mallards get a victory, losing their 4-game losing streak, getting on the win side of the column. Their first win of the second half of the season. They win 2-1. Now look at your in-depth box score presented by the Knight family. Alonzo Jones for the Bullfrogs went 0-4 with a walk tonight. Tanner Poole goes 0-5 with 2 RBIs. Brad Hamilton went 1-5 with the run score. Kyle Bino goes 0-4 with a run and a walk. Alex Penner had a good night. He went 1-3 with 2 runs and an RBI, and getting on base with 2 walks as well. Of course, hit the solo shot here in the bottom of the 9th inning, but it wouldn't be enough. Mikey Falia, he had an awesome day for the Frogs. Went 3-3 with 2 walks and 2 runs scored. Riley Smith went 2-5 with the run and an RBI. Willie Bourbon had a good day also. He went 2-4 with a run and 2 RBIs. Richie Tecco goes 1-3, and Zach Plunkett went 0-1. Notable box scores for the Rockford Rivets. They managed to get 7 batters to have multi-hit days. Every single player in the lineup managed to hit tonight for the Rivets. As Hutchinson's goes 1-6, Fiducia 2-6, Klein 2-6, DeMurray 1-5, Tyrell 2-5, Paradosky 2-3, O'Brien 2-5, Loeffler 3-4, and Welton 2-2. The winning pitcher tonight for the Rockford Rivets is Michael Casca, and your losing pitcher on the night is Will Gilbert. The Bullfrogs fall to the Rockford Rivets 11-8, and your Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine Player of the Game is Mikey Falia. Falia went 3-3 on the night with 2 runs scored and 2 walks, getting on base every single time he came up to bat. That will do it here in Green Bay. The Frogs trail, or in the bottom of the South Division to start off the second half of the year. They're now 0-4. They've been swept against the last 2 teams they faced. They're going to take on the Chinooks tomorrow on the road before coming back home to face off against the Lakeshore Chinooks on Monday. For Larry in the studio, thanks for helping me out tonight. And for myself, stay tuned until next time. As always, it's a pleasure calling Green Bay Bullfrogs baseball. Thanks for listening wherever you are, and thanks for lending your ears. Have a good night. Peace.
That has been Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WOCO Stereo FM. Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Saskatchewan, and Anderson, the NIW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and with Piggly Wiggly, also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing. Stay tuned for more Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on 107.1 WOCO Stereo FM. Have a great day.